Okay, so the party just defeated some little imp demons in the hallway, and one of them got away. Took a good little scrap, nothing too bad. And at the end of that, the torches were all out, and they were making their way down a long, narrow hallway, and it did a sharp 90-degree corner to the left. And even before they rounded the corner, they could see just kind of a glowing light emanating from whatever this room or chamber was. The party comes around the corner, and it opens up into a good-sized chamber hall, 10, 12-foot ceilings, decently carved walls, not that rough-hewn rock. This is definitely intentionally carved out, and the first thing that you see when you come in the room on the ceiling above is glass shards or some sort of crystalline pieces all throughout the ceiling, embedded, or you can't really tell from down here, but there's some bioluminescent algae or something down here that's giving off a phosphorescent kind of glow, and the light from the light sources are being amplified and kind of refracted and scattered about the room via these crystals along the ceiling. So it's quite a pretty sight, to be honest, compared to what you've been seeing down here. It's a bunch of dark, dank, wet. This actually looks it looks cool, and all of you see this, and there's no sign of anything, no demon, and you see, I'd say as you all enter into the room, you can see that there's a path that heads off to your right, a hallway. You don't see any light further in that hall, and the path also kind of continues straight ahead from the entrance you guys came in. If you just keep going straight through this room, the hallway continues.
So, is it this blue kind of glow emanating light, or is it?
Yeah, blue, green, maybe a little violet. It's kind of a kaleidoscope of colors, really. It's a kaleidoscope of colors. I'd say mostly bluish, greenish tones, though. A little pink here. It's just it's all kinds of little colors.
Bright enough that we don't need our torch.
Yeah. You can see around in here without needing to light a torch.
Okay.
I start collecting a bunch of the moss and make a toupee out of it.
What?
Okay.
That way I don't have to, it'll light up around me and I don't have to use my hands.
It dies as soon as you touch
That's
it.
actually one of the better ideas I think I've ever heard.
Make a toupee out of it.
From Robert.
So I would say as you guys you make your way into this room, no signs of life or anything. You see, in the center of the room on the floor is a platform of stone that's raised up 2 feet off the floor, and it's a good 5x5 raised platform of stone. There's nothing on this platform. It's just so you see that, and then, I mean, it's not an enormous room, but what you see around this platform are curved seats that kind of ring around it in rows. So there's like 3 or 4. There's 4 rows deep of seats, stone seating, that is ringing around this central stone 5x5 piece that you see.
Is there anything else like free or loose scattered around the room?
Well, as you walk in and you start taking this in, you can feel like crunching under your feet, and you look down and you can see what appears to be tiny bones or shells of little creatures, little exoskeletons, little shells, tiny, like that fit under your so small enough that they can crunch under your footwear. You see that a fair amount under your feet. There's not really anything. There's not any materials or any. I mean, what are you looking for?
Doesn't appear to be like any sort of like crevice or little cubby like dug into a wall that there might be some sort of item.
I would say you look on the far wall to your right as you walk in, and if you walk over there, you can see there's and Dorian knows what this is. Dorian sees, well, you all see it, but Dorian knows it's like a cloth banner hung from the wall, really tattered and frayed and old. But it's a banner to the god Huge, who is that's who the dwarves worship, is the god Huge.
Okay.
There's a banner hanging down with you can't tell, it's so worn out, you can't tell if it's paint or like, how this cloth was adorned with this image of the symbol of horn, but that's what it is.
Okay. Could I do like a lore roll, maybe to determine, or maybe, I don't know if it'd be scouting or survival, but I want to see if I could determine what these little bones or whatever are on the ground. That might be helpful. I don't know.
I mean, I'd say no roll needed. I mean, you're a scouting, tracking, hunter type. I mean, they're just little varmint critters, mice, rodents, little underground animals that, this, so far, all of this has been open to to topside. I mean, especially since you don't know how long this door is. Yeah, you don't know how long this door has been busted open up above the entrance. So it hasn't been a sealed cavern, and there hasn't been any doors or anything that you've had to pass. This is all going right up to topside. And
so that stone platform, do I notice like any like blood?
No.
Dry blood on it?
There's nothing.
Like a sacrifice.
Right. I like how you guys think, but no, you don't see anything like that on there.
Does it look like something has been nesting? Like something has been living down there, and that this is like stuff it's been eating?
You can't tell. I mean, there's shells and bones all over the floor everywhere. It's not like it's piled up in the corner. It's kind of everywhere.
Does it some of it seem fresh, or is it like whatever happens a long time ago?
Yeah, I mean, some of it definitely. Some of it's definitely recent. Some of it's older. It's all different states of decay and destruction.
So it's just in this big opening that we see those crystals kind of just hanging up there on the ceiling.
That's correct.
Emanating that light. Okay. I think maybe we should all like. I don't know. I think we should be hesitant to hang out underneath. I mean, are we out in the opening now?
What do you mean out in the
underneath
opening?
These crystals?
Yeah.
In the main
I mean, if you want to be, if you guys just want to be, I guess I could say you guys could perceive all of this just at the entranceway before you enter into the room because it's lit up. So if you want to be that, if you guys just want to be at the entryway to the room, that you could still see all this. I would guess.
Yeah, I just feel like we shouldn't hang out in there for too long, or I don't know. Always thinking the worst, I guess. But
smart.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, do you guys want to be in the room or just at the entrance to the room looking in?
I like to be just at the entrance.
Why do you ask?
Because you guys brought it up. I just figured you guys were in there, but if you want to be just at the entryway, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'll just be at the entryway.
Yeah, I'll stay by the entry.
Okay, that's no problem. Probably smart. Yeah, so that's the stuff you can tell from where you're standing.
Cool. Okay. And so these crystals, are they like? Does it look? I mean, they seem like they're hanging there, or is it like more affixed to the ceiling? Like it's hard to tell.
Yeah, they don't look large. It's not like they're huge stalactites. that are like 4 feet long hanging down. They're much smaller than that. You can't reach them. I mean, they're not hanging down that far that you could just reach up and grab one and snap it off. They're higher up than that. They're recessed up into the ceiling, and the whole ceiling's just like overgrown with this. So you can't tell where it starts or I mean, you can see where it ends and starts, but you can't. There's not a definite like this is the head of it, or it's just it just looks like it's always been there.
Okay. If I say threw something at it, or maybe took a shot at it with my bow, you think I could dislodge one and have it come down, or I don't know.
What is the thing?
I don't know if that's something I want to do.
Of course, you're free to try.
What do you guys think? Or we shouldn't disturb the ceiling.
I would say that Dorian would know that this is some sort of chapel, or some form of like a holy place for dwarves. Like it's a church, for lack of a better word, is what this room is for.
All right, I probably shouldn't disturb.
But there's no signs of anything other than these little bones of critters and stuff, but there's no other signs of any kind of services having been performed that you can tell. It looks barren in here.
Yeah, maybe Garrick like goes to pull blow, and I just like put a hand down. It's like this is a sacred place.
Not to my religion.
He's like, that's why. That's why I'm shooting it.
Yeah.
No, I'll pass.
Not my problem.
You guys want to just proceed through, or?
Yeah, why not? I mean, we could all try and take a seat in these chairs and see if it activates something.
How about I stand my ground where I'm at and keep watch, and I'll watch you go do that. Go ahead.
We need to fill all the chairs, obviously. You can't just fill one.
We'll start with you.
You sit closest to the center.
Yeah. And then Dira. Then Dorian.
Yeah.
Are there any did we ever walk past like any large boulders or anything like that we could like pick up and put in the chairs?
They're not chairs. They're more like circular
like
stone. Yeah, they're more like circular stone benches. They're not chairs.
Oh, okay. I think my Wi-Fi cut out when you were describing it.
And they're like curved. They're not like straight benches. They're curved around the center square pedestal, or
Okay.
Weird. Okay.
It may be worth taking a seat on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have Dira sit on the stone tablet.
She's like in the back. She's like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, just for the record, I want to be holding a torch, my axe, and then shield kind of slung over my back.
Okay. If you want to light a torch, then give me a torch roll, please, because your guys' your torches all went out at the end of the session. So.
Okay.
So if you want to light a torch, go for it. Give me a roll.
Well, yeah. We probably do need a torch, right?
Well, in here we don't, but we might.
You can
later.
see fairly well in here. I mean, it's not dark in here. All this light above is giving you light. So, but if you want to light one, you can, of course.
No, I'll just keep my axe ready.
Okay.
Yeah. And
then, Garrick, are you wielding your two-handed sword or a bow and arrow?
I'll have my bow and arrow out.
Okay.
No torch.
Okay. Yeah, you can't have.
Yeah.
You can't have both. Okay.
Yeah.
I was looking over your guys' characters, and I told you guys about that, but yeah, I was like, you can't.
Yeah,
have.
no, that's great.
So I'll put your two-handed sword in your backpack, meaning you have to like swap to it if it comes to that. Okay, so you got your bow and arrow. Okay, very good. Okay, so do you guys all come in and just sit down on the stone bench and see what happens, kind of a thing, or?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go sit on the bench.
Okay.
We
Does
all
it-
want to spread out, like make sure we're all even and circular around it. I guess.
Yeah, while everyone's sitting there, I make my way, where nobody's looking, and like shimmy up by the little tablet thing where no one can see me, and then when everybody sits down, I start putting on a puppet show.
Okay.
What?
No. Why? You're disgracing the god, and we're all gonna die.
So where are you doing
Yes,
that? Where,
yes.
Marcus? Where are you doing that? You're up on the little 5x5 stone stage thing.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Okay.
Crouched
We're just on
behind
the
me.
edge.
So Marcus, ever the jokester, the three of you are sitting there at various places in this stone bench work. Marcus, the jokester, gets up there and starts doing his little clown routine, and it's humorous, like he is. And in the silence, you hear a little girl laughing.
No.
Oh.
This is what I heard earlier when we were camping.
You're gonna tell us.
Dude, Marcus, if we all die because of your puppet show, I'm gonna be really.
That's awesome.
Never.
Or actually, I don't know. It seems like whatever this is entertained. So
Can we tell
Keep
from
it
what
going.
direction this little girl's laugh came from?
We
Not
could just leave Marcus to entertain whenever he's laughing.
You can't really tell. I mean,
Okay.
further in, I guess I'd say. You can't really.
But nothing
don't make no
happens.
sense.
What's that?
I said that don't make no sense. We packed up and we went inside because I heard some creepy little childlike laughter around the camp. Nobody went in ahead of us.
I don't know.
She was in here the whole time.
That you know of.
There's more than one. It's twins.
Oh god, that's awesome.
Can we try to talk? Let's try to talk to this voice.
Yeah.
Marcus, you try to talk to it. You seem to have a
Yeah.
connection.
You hear the voice say, "More, keep going."
Yep, this is your
You're up.
entertainment.
Okay, so I'm like, I'm gonna need a volunteer to help me with this next one.
You're on your own.
So, so you say that, and like 2 seconds later, above you from the ceiling, drips. I would say Marcus doesn't see it, but the three of you sitting watching Marcus up on the stage, you see this black, like gooey tendril
Hell no.
descending from the ceiling, and it comes like Marcus is like, if I'm Marcus, he's like looking at you all, and he's kind of scared doing this act like something is like watching, and this black tendril like comes down behind Marcus's shoulder and just kind of like taps him on the shoulder and then retreats back up into the ceiling.
Oh damn.
And then you hear more like all the three of you all see it, and it just comes down super slow and taps, and then it retreats back up into the ceiling and it's gone.
Oh damn.
And you hear more. You're funny.
All right.
You better entertain this thing.
Exit, and Marcus can stay there and entertain.
Yeah, you guys, go ahead and go. Go
I'm
ahead
fine. I'll
and
stay here.
go.
I think there needs to be some kind of roll to see if Marcus actually shit his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want me to shit my pants. When I shit my pants, I start making everything freeze.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna need
Is
a
that
roll.
a sleight of hand roll?
I'm gonna need a roll for incontinence.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's under agility? No. That's disgusting. Yeah, I'd like to.
So Marcus, you
vacate the
you
room.
feel this little tap tap on your shoulder when you say that I need a volunteer.
Okay, well, I like spin around, looking around. I'm like, what the hell? It was like, I'm hearing this laughter and stuff, and I'm just like, all right, guys, I think I left the oven on at home, so
Gotta go.
yeah, I gotta go.
Is this and you
You're
hear
gonna entertain
and
this
you hear
thing.
and you hear is the show over?
Oh, now you don't want to leave and piss her off.
Yeah,
I know.
entertain it.
Yeah,
Oh.
entertain or we die.
Oh God.
Okay.
Dance, monkey.
Uh,
And you hear you like take too long to answer, and you just hear like this pouty girl's voice saying, huh, "The show's over," and like sounded like a pouty little kid.
Mm,
sorry, I don't have too much material.
yeah.
You know,
we want to
Continue
say
it later.
I would do like the magic thumb thing where it looks like I'm taking off my thumb,
Hmm.
but I don't want to give it the idea that it can also take my thumb off. So,
Yeah. Let me try.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
I think we should probably, continue on. Maybe
Yeah.
just
Can
a
ask
little
it for
bit.
directions.
That's
Ooh.
true.
Oh yeah. Maybe we ask it about the sword.
Yeah.
I don't
Have
know.
you seen a mystical
So let's-
sword?
Let's say have the show's not over, and we'll continue the show, but you need to come out where we can see you.
Yeah.
No answer, no response.
You done screwed up.
But we could ask her about the sword, right?
I don't think.
Have you seen a little mystical sword around these parts? I don't know.
No answer.
No answer.
You want a scone?
Do you have a scone?
Forbidden scones.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, we got a product name. This is good.
So I'd say like after this very odd interaction, you guys are all like looking up in the ceiling, looking at each other, and you give it a couple minutes, a minute or two or three, and there's nothing. And you guys are taking turns here, kind of calling out to it, asking it questions, and there's not been any answer.
Okay. I
All
leave
right.
a little bit of bread on the table. Let's go. We might
Oh, wow.
get distracted and start eating that instead of
That's
us.
nice.
What
Yeah,
did you
nice.
leave?
Some bread.
Some bread? Do you have bread?
I never ate all those scones.
Do have a
Let
food
me-
dye, so we have to have something.
I think
gonna
the scones
say-
are like a week old or something.
I was gonna say if you want to leave
Pretty
food,
hard.
if you want to leave food, if you want to leave something, you have to leave a you have to
Chemical.
drop a food dye if you want to leave something. Which you can do that. If you want to do something like that, yeah, go ahead, but you have to drop a food dye.
What are you?
Jeez.
Whoa.
Damn. Is that the food dye?
Yeah.
Oh, you're D12. You're good.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go? Are you gonna
fine.
drop to a D10 on your food?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so you leave some scones and the rest of a meal on this little kind of altar stage thing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then we make our way on.
You can
So-
ask if they have allergies, if they're gluten free.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice.
Smart.
They better
smart.
be allergic to peanuts.
They might be vegan.
Never. So yeah, so now you can keep going directly straight, like directly opposite the way you came in. That's that's a path that you can go, and then also off to your guys' right. There's another hallway going off into the darkness.
Can we take a smell of each one and which one smells not so bad? No.
Yeah.
Is that how Gandalf did it? I don't know. You guys want to try to the right?
Yeah. Go to the
Why
right.
not?
Why not?
Okay.
Don't forget, I'm marking our path with charcoal.
Okay.
course-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good. That's very good. So you guys walk in, and the hall that goes back to a really roughly carved hallway. There's no tracks here. There's no cart tracks. And I would say, okay, now it's dark again. You're out of the light. The light from the chapel is gone. It's behind you, but if you want to keep going ahead, then okay. So now,
So how do we want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
go ahead.
okay. So per our offline discussion here, 3 of the 4 of you are holding 2-handed weapons, or you're holding like a sword and a shield, or axe and a shield. Garrick is holding a bow and arrow. That's 2 hands. Marcus has a staff. That's 2 hands. Dorian.
I'm using it as a walking stick right now.
Okay.
If I go to fight, I'll have to drop the torch.
That's Or you have to drop the torch or drop the. You'll have to do one or the other. But yeah, I'm fine with you using it as a walking stick for now. Okay, so
You can take lead.
okay, so we have 1 torch lit. Marcus has it, and so I'm guessing Marcus is in front, leading the way here.
Yes, I'll lead the back.
Okay. Okay, so Dira is in the. Okay, so Marcus is front. Are you guys going single file?
Yeah, I'll be right behind Marcus.
Okay. So Marcus,
I'm
then
going
Garrick,
out already.
Marcus, then Garrick, then Dorian, and Dira in the back. Dira also has her torch, and she just has a one-handed sword, so she could fight this way because that's how she's always fought, is just with a one-handed weapon. So she could do both. Okay, so the 4 of you, now that you're all lit up, you can slowly walk your way into this, and it opens up quite cavernously, but it's not. It's not smooth like the chapel was. I mean, there's bits of it where it's smooth, but it's definitely rough. And it's like you can tell this was like a mining vein that was hit at some point early in the mine's life. And it got pretty hauled and cleared out. It goes off into even past the reach of your torch, Marcus. It goes on so you guys can continue in, but the pathway does get rough. It's not a smooth dwarven path. It's rough terrain. Like if you walk through here, you'll have to like look down, get your steps, pay attention to how you're walking. It's not just some flat, smooth surface. And you can tell just by like kind of how because like I said, this has all been open up to the surface via this long tunnel that you guys have gone through, and just the size of this place, it's got a pretty good draft going. I would say as you guys start walking in closer and closer, further from the chapel, further into this room, into this chamber, really, it's bigger than a room. It's like a chamber. You can tell that it's large and you can't see to the other side of the walls or anything like that. It definitely, everything down here feels wet and dank and drippy and subterranean, but this feels like straight up wet.
Extra.
Like your skin, all of you feel like it is. There's water or something up here. It's very wet and it stinks terribly bad. It smells like rotten flesh, rotten.
I do.
It smells disgusting. As you guys walk your way in, I'll say that like you guys are all, of course, slowly and very carefully entering and not being dummies. You guys are going slow. You got light. You're taking steps in, and I'd say you guys right at the part where you guys stop to where the going gets rough on the foot terrain, where you guys have to like start really paying attention. Right about then, all of you turn to each other and like, oh my god, it stinks like rotten flesh. It reeks ahead, and you don't know what it is. You don't hear anything. You don't hear anything. You don't. All it right now is like a god awful smell, and you can definitely tell that it's wet out in front of you somewhere. That's all you can tell.
Well, there's no reason we can't turn around and go the other way, right? I don't
Yep.
know, right?
Absolutely true.
Good call. I agree, man. I feel like that a smell like that has got to be coming from something bad.
Foul.
Yeah, something
Yes.
bad.
This could
Yeah,
be Golem's lair.
Yeah,
go
and
get
with
the
the
ring.
ring and the swords in there, that's true. Nah, I don't know.
So I would say Marcus is in the lead, and since you're the closest, you're the first one. What do you do, Marcus, when you smell? I mean, you guys are all pretty much together at the same. You guys all perceive this at the same time, but what does Marcus do in front?
Besides vomit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get the goose pimples. My nipples get hard, and I'm just like, ugh.
Now, is that enjoying it or not?
Not
Okay,
Oh
hard,
yeah,
hard to tell.
mother's milk.
I love me some stank. I'm just kidding.
Oh lord.
I don't know, guys. I mean, it smells pretty bad. There's obviously something has been here, or something is still here, and I don't
Can
know
we?
if it eats what it kills, because we probably wouldn't be smelling it this bad if it did. So it could
Can
just
we
been an
do-
accident.
Yeah, could have been yeah. Somebody died in here from a big monster. Sure. Can we do a quick look around?
That's true. I mean,
just to the sides.
bones
see if
don't
there's
stink.
anything.
You know, bones don't stink. So if something was getting eaten in here, but yeah.
Fresh.
But so
Recent.
what was your question? Can you do what?
I wanted to see if we could like scout around in here just a little bit, or a little search to
You
the
can see
sides
that it's
without
not.
going deeper.
It's not like one huge cavern. You can tell kind of just by the echoing of sounds underground here. There's some sort of chamber or a room or something off to your left that's discrete from kind of more directly in front of you, where it opens up into a much larger cavern that's deeper in. There is some sort of a pocket room that you can perceive. You can't see anything, but just the way the sound is bouncing, your guys' footsteps, you guys kind of talking like, oh god, like you can just tell by the acoustics of what's going on that there's kind of two rooms going on up here.
Okay, do you guys want to venture to that room to the left, or we want to go back?
I feel like if we do, we need to be really, really stealthy.
There's a roll for that.
Yeah,
Like-
really like
So for okay, and one of you could go too. You don't all have to go.
Marcus, you
So
made friends with this little thing. I say
yeah,
you
right.
go.
so if you
guys
want
see
to
the light?
if like one of you wants to try to be a little sneaky, you give me a stealth roll and do that. And if all of you want to go together and stay together, then whoever amongst you is the worst at stealth, you take whoever's worst at it, then they give me a roll. Or if one of you wants to do it yourself and go do a little scouting, that's absolutely okay.
I don't have any levels in my stealth. Just so you
Well,
know.
remember, you're all most of you are humans, and you can spend
I
you
have
can
two.
you can spend a willpower point and use your human ability of adaptable to use other skills. So you know what I mean. You don't have to roll the actual check. You can spend a willpower and roll a different skill that you're good at if you can tell me how you justify it. If you want.
Survival.
Yeah, could I use it as survival?
Yeah, spend a willpower.
Okay.
So are you taking the torch or are you leaving the torch?
Oh, I'm taking the torch.
Okay, very well, because you can't really see well in the dark. Okay. So you take the torch. Let's see the roll, please. And you're going to the room to the left.
Ooh, nice.
Beautiful. Easy. So I would say, like, Marcus keeps his left hand along the left wall to kind of like, so he doesn't like venture off the wrong way. And Marcus slowly inches his way in. And I don't know if you guys can see on the little map there, but you can see like all to his right and everything.
Cavernous.
Yeah, it's like it kind of drops down, not really steeply down, but it does kind of descend down, and it's really rough terrain. It's not. I mean, you could go down it. You just have to be really careful. This, where Marcus is staying, he's kind of hugging the wall here. He comes around a corner, comes in, and there is a small little antechamber here, like a small room, and it's just got some benches, and it's got like saucers and cups and plates. It's like some sort of storage room, is what it is.
Ooh, interesting.
Nothing fancy, nothing, but it's a little, don't know, hard to say what this room is for. There's no seating. It's not really big enough to have seating, honestly. It's like a little kind of a large, very large kind of a closet is what it looks like. Maybe cleaning or something. You can't really tell.
No perceivable threats.
No, there's nothing in here.
Okay. I don't know if Marcus, you want to like whistle and we'll all come in there and we can look around. I don't know.
I mean, if you guys want to come and check it out, are we all going to fit in this room at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, you can fit in there. Yeah.
Well, okay.
So
Anything?
the rest of you all join and look around, and yeah, it's hard to make out what the purpose of this room is. Like I said, it's just mundane cups and saucers and, a table. There's nothing interesting really in this room, and you're not sure what the point of it is.
Okay.
But that's what
Maybe if we assemble the cups and plates in a specific way, a secret door will open up.
Go
It's
ahead.
like, no.
Go give it a try.
And there Marcus spent the rest of his life losing his
Yeah.
mind trying to get the right combination.
Come on, guys, play tea with me.
I've almost got it.
Trust me, it's gonna work.
Uh,
Do we hear a sound of water or anything anywhere?
I would say you spend enough time here. Now that you're a little closer, you hear a splash.
Oh no!
Just
no,
one
no.
splash. You hear just a psh, a splash.
You want to go check that out, Marcus?
we
No.
roughly tell how far away it is.
It's in that other
huge
cavernous room that you haven't looked at.
Okay, you're the only one that can hold the torch and attack at the same time, plus be naturally proficient in sneakiness. So I volunteer you.
Do maybe you can go out there with your torch, Dira. Just kind of like be against the wall or have a good fortified spot, and I could be out there with my bow, and with your light casting, I can kind of look around, see if there's. Right.
Well, we can try.
Yes. Garrick's
I'm
gonna
not
roll a
that
complete
great.
failure and
Dude,
shoot you in
Garrick.
the leg.
Why don't you shoot like a flaming arrow?
Ooh, yeah, right. We've done that before.
Maybe that helped kind of light up the little bit of the chamber.
We
Get a
find out
glimpse
it's not
for a
water.
second.
It's all like oil or gas.
I'm cool with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
cool
we
with that.
solved that.
You can do that if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so I would say I'd have you guys all come out to here. You're at the precipice here of like the smooth ground, the flat, solid ground, and Garrick torches up a arrow here and pulls back and fires. So go ahead and roll me a arrow die, please.
Garrick goes sailing through the air. Hey, you guys, it's okay over here.
Could I use my spyglass to see if it,
Ooh,
to look
nice.
further?
Good. No. Well, not needed. It's not needed. It's not
Okay.
that. It's not that far. I mean, that's for like the horizon. I mean, you're like
Okay.
it's not that far away. I mean, good thought, but you don't need it for this. So I would say, so Garrick fires the flame arrow, and it goes really fast, and it flies so fast into this chamber and it just bounces into the wall on the other side and drops into the body of water and goes out. So in this little
Brief
brief,
sense of body of water.
yeah, I mean it's where you heard a splash. So his arrow fires into this chamber, and just for us like 2 seconds, the amount of time it took his arrow to fly in the air on fire, that it lit up the chamber briefly, and it was really hard to see anything. I mean, you see, there's definitely I mean, it's not big enough to call it a lake, but it's bigger than a puddle. It's a body of water, and you didn't see any. You couldn't see anything. I mean, there's walls around it. There's a ceiling. There's a body of water. The terrain kind of roughly kind of slopes down into it, but you could get down there. It's not like it's impossible. You wouldn't need gear or anything to climb down there. You would just need to carefully move yourselves down there, and then that's just what you saw.
Okay.
How easy is it going to be to climb back up?
I mean, you could do it if you've. I mean, the same way as like when you guys are traveling over, out on the world map, like going over through hill country and stuff. I mean, you can do it. I mean, if you've got time, if you're not pressed for time, you can totally do it.
It's not going to require like a move roll or consider difficult terrain. I don't know, something like that.
Kind of depends on what's going on. If you've got,
Do we
if you,
think this?
the smell is horrific. As you guys came into this small little side room and you're peeking around and I mean, the smell is, but at the same time, now you guys have kind of been down here so long, you're kind of getting nose blind to it. I mean, you can like feel it in your eye, like whatever what is it, like the ammonia gross smell. I mean, it's like, ugh, you guys are definitely getting, it's disgusting, but you guys are all kind of getting accustomed to it at this point. You've been sitting here breathing it in for so long. So there's definitely something rank down there, but you heard one splash. Who knows? It could have been a rock falling. Who knows? You don't know. But
Yeah.
And when he fired his arrow, you didn't see nothing skittered and moved. There was no movement of anything.
So, I mean, do we have anything to gain from exploring further down to that water? What do you guys think?
Yeah,
We
that's
wanna
what I
get in
asked.
the
I
water.
was like, "Are you asking me?"
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
I was going to say maybe we get down there and we have someone swim into the water and they can search the bottom.
Who wants to
Hell
get
no.
in that water?
Can
I'm
I
happy
get
to
in
say
line
that I
not do
cannot
that?
swim.
We'll play rock paper scissors for it,
Oh,
or we'll draw
I
I
straws.
would totally do it, but I can't swim.
Yeah,
That's,
Even better, you get to the bottom faster.
What
that's
gear do I
truly,
have?
truly disgusting. That's just,
Instead of
Dude,
we got a water skin.
I say we back up and go to the other
Yeah, I second
situation.
I agree.
and we let Robert go down there and go for a swim.
Yep, we got this.
Just
Okay.
kidding.
no harm in that. Do you guys want to just like say continue on? We'll check back on this later.
I could go down there and I could freeze that water. Whatever's in there is gonna be
Ooh.
stuck.
Yeah, go down there and do that.
What's the
You guys
range?
follow me or
What's the
something,
range
I
on
don't
that? What's the range on that spell? Near, right? Everything, all water within near distance freezes. Is that what that? Here, let me pull it up.
I think so.
Strong
Marcus, talent,
crew? Okay.
cold
Blizzard.
snap,
Oh, ice breath.
right? It's cold snap.
Yeah.
Ice breath?
All water within range. Oh, short range. So, I mean, I think short range is like 10, 15 feet. I believe that's what's considered short range. So,
Oh, it's
I
near
would
range.
say, well, it goes arm's length, then short, then near, right?
It just says within range.
But then
on
the
mine.
but the spell on the top of that sheet says the range of the spell, and the range is called short.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's right under rank.
Yeah. It just says
Okay, hang on. Range
within near range. So
range categories.
the
There's 5 categories.
okay.
Okay, so okay. So yeah, here's the so right next to you is called arm's length, self-explanatory. The next one after that is called near. Near is a few steps away. It's like how you guys are now. You're like near range. You're all, within whatever 10 feet or something. That's called near range. The range after that is called short. Short is, geez, that's 70 feet away.
Forest, swamp.
Oh,
large
then you're
wall.
good to do it.
Short,
you could
yeah.
do it in a large wall.
So Okay, having consulted the rules here, then yes. If not, and when he shot his arrow and lit it up across the wall, you can tell that if you wanted to do something like this, your thing would freeze all the water that's down here for sure. If you wanted, to do that.
And then we could go out and walk on the ice.
Let's
And
go
how lo-
ice skating, guys.
And how long does it stay frozen?
It says duration 1 turn, but that's just how long it takes me to do it. Or is that?
No, I think that's how long it lasts.
Because I mean, you freeze ice. We're underground. It's not gonna. Or you freeze
Yeah.
water. It's not gonna defrost
Okay.
instantaneously.
We'll
It
think
is
of
magic, so maybe it.
You summon extreme cold within near range. Everyone within the zone makes an endurance roll or becomes cold. All water within range. That's strange. It says you summon extreme cold within near range, but then the range on the spell says short. So that's kind of a contradiction. For this, I'll say, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but I'm going to say if you want to do this, it'll freeze all the water down there.
Okay. I hand my water off to everyone else.
Okay.
Don't want to freeze that.
Because, yeah,
I mean, am I really going to make you guys... Am I going to make you guys, like, juggle all of the water dye? Or do you want to just put it on the ground?
it could be on the ground with them or wherever, you know.
Okay. So I'll lower you to it, because that does affect your weight. So I'll just drop your water dye to nothing for right now. Well, you can go back to it later. Okay.
What is it at?
It was at a D8.
Okay.
So your D8 water is gone. Okay. What else are you gonna? So now tell me what you're gonna do here. And then is anyone going with you, or are you doing your solo sneaking thing again?
I don't even know if I have to sneak. I mean,
That's true. If you don't want to try, you don't need to.
yeah. I'm just gonna slowly make my way down there.
Okay, very slowly. You can do this. Got faith in you. So I'd say Marcus, and the rest of you are staying up here, right? You're not going with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't freeze.
Okay, so Marcus makes his way down, and then, it's like you see him slip a little, but no, he doesn't fall over or anything, but it's like he loses his footing. It's like very slick and the rocky, dirty rock fall kind of a idea. But he makes his way down there. It's okay. And now I'd say, and you have your torch, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you make your way down there. You're standing there. And oh snap! Let me look on your character sheet. You have a talent.
Snap?
You have a talent called Sixth Sense. I'll send.
Yes, I do.
I'll send it to the chat.
Here it comes.
The hairs on the back of his neck stand up, or his nipples get hard.
Okay, give me a. Okay, give me a scout roll. Give me a scout. No modifying it. It has to be. I want a scout roll on this one.
So no Sixth Sense?
No, you are going to use your Sixth Sense. You can just add a +1 because your Sixth Sense level 2. So that means when you can okay. Your scout is modified +1. Yeah, so if you roll so when you go to roll a scout, you can so when you bring up your scouting thing where it says Sixth Sense 1, you can toggle that and turn that one on.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what you got. Okay, so you definitely succeed. And since you're level 2, it says, if you successfully do this, you can also see how many and what they are. Okay, so Marcus comes down here, and the smell is almost nauseating now. He's, like, in it, and I'd say he puts a foot down and, like, steps into desiccated mass of, flesh. I mean, it's all wet now down here. It doesn't just neatly come to a body of water like a pool. It's not like that. It's just like a murky, disgusting, swampy, muddy thing that he's standing down. He's not in the water yet, but he's like right there. He'd have to get that close to do what he's trying to do. And he kind of even steps into some mucky filth. And I would say as he's getting ready to, because like he said, he's not sinking. He's just walking down, and he's getting ready to do a spell, and he gets a spidey sense from hell. And across all the way on the other side in the far corner, a good, I don't know, 40 or 40 feet away, maybe in the far corner, you see and you can tell that there are 5 saurian creatures. They're not monsters. You've met them up in Skin Snakes. Enormous. You can tell your spidey sense tingles like hell, and you can tell that there's 5 of them, and they were waiting for people to come down here, or waiting for something to come down here, and they see you, and now it's like a split second. They're charging towards you, but they're still far away. You have time. I would say you have time to either try your spell or to run up. And if you want to run up this thing, you have to give me a move roll to make it all the way up to where because now you're trying to like haul ass. You're not taking your time. Now you're trying to sprint. So I'll give you, since you had your spidey sense fire off successfully, you can either try your spell, because they're like swimming, and they're like whatever crocodile people. They're like very fast swimmers, and they're like beelining right towards you. So you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my spell.
Okay, let's see.
Because they're in water.
They are in water.
And lizard folk are cold-blooded, right?
I think they are cold. No, that's correct. They are cold-blooded. That is correct.
All right.
Do you want to like shout anything to your friends?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm casting it. I'm be like, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna need some help down here.
So what? Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll. Let's see what happens here. What kind of mishaps are you gonna get into now? The tense. Cold snap, power level 2. How did you do that?
Safe casting. I can take off 2 with safe casting.
No, you can't. You can only take off 1.
Why is that?
Because you're only 1 level above. You're a level 2 ice, and you're a level 1 spell. So that means that you can take off 1. If you were a level 3 ice, you could take off 2. But since you're only, so you have to roll at least 1. So do it again, please. And then.
All right.
Cheating bastard.
Well, I mean, it's not cheating. It's just it's the right idea, but you're gonna have to roll at least 1 die. Okay. Same. All right. Same effect. Very good. So and then does it have like rules on like so cold snap, extreme cold, all okay. So now, so you do this. Now, do you want to say anything to anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna call up there and be like, there are Saurians down here who don't look friendly. I might need help.
Okay, so you say that. Before I say what goes on in the water, what do the 3 of you do when you hear that?
I ask if he has any scones to give him.
That almost sounds like a Robert comment right there, Pete.
I say we leave it.
Yeah.
Just leaving.
I'd like to just have my bow ready and just looking like, oh shit, prepared for anything coming. And then just
Get the
be
bow out of
backed
your
up near
bed.
the.
Come help me. You son of a bitch.
I don't want to come down there and help you. I just want to stay where I am. And
Yeah.
Get to the top of that little slope. My light will guide you.
Is
You got a
anyone
bow.
going down there with Marcus?
No.
I mean, didn't he successfully cast a
He
spell?
did, but I just wanted before I say I don't know if people are going to be running down there or what. Okay, so
Uh,
Marcus lights this spell off, and there were 3. I said there was 5, right? There was 3 of them swimming full speed ahead towards Marcus, and all you see was like their eyes above the water, just like crocodiles. You just see and like their snout, and they were just like swimming fast. So he like let's say like throws the staff down like into the water and just ice like just a avalanche of ice just explodes out away from him, and the whole temperature of the room gets very cold. And what's the range? Near, right? Shout. Short range.
So 70 feet.
So the 3 of you, even though you're up there, you have to give me an endurance roll to see if you guys
Damn
get
it.
cold.
Hoping you'd forget that.
I know.
endurance. Oh, there it is.
And no pushing if you fail. So Dira's okay.
Oh my god! Thank
Damn,
God.
Dorian's okay. You're all good. Okay, so
I only
yeah,
have 1 strength at this
you
point.
all feel a
This is my
blast.
hood, yo.
You're all, it's cold and dank down here already, and you guys definitely feel this like Arctic blast, but like the way it kind of shoots up over you really and doesn't really hit you square on. It kind of goes up above your head. But the ice, the water down here all like just immediately turns into thick, chunky, not like a glass lake. It turns into like chunky, like Antarctic ice cap is what it looks like, and it's just completely frozen and crust. The 3 that were in there are completely, you can't even see them. They're either frozen to death or they're trapped under the ice. They're just gone under the ice. But there's 2 more that they weren't swimming, because all around the perimeter of this body of water there's like a pathway, and as I would say, so 2 of them are sprinting around the corner coming towards Marcus, and he perceives them. There's two left, and they're sprinting with like these huge. Well, one's got a wooden club, an enormous club, one-handed club, and the other one's got the traditional Saurian trident, very long spear with like the 3-prong. He's got that, and the other one's got this huge wooden club, and they're both beelining towards Marcus, and they're getting closer, and you can see that they're plowing through. There was these big piles of flesh and discarded just meat of you don't even know what it's from, and they're like blowing through it. They're like just pushing these things over. They saw what happened to the ice. They're like kind of freaked out about that, but they weren't in it. So now they're sprinting towards Marcus and getting closer.
Okay. I'd like to take a shot at one of them.
You can't see them.
Not up for it.
You
I can't see him from my
No,
range.
they're coming around here. So this is here. I'll put it the room here. Wait, the layout of the room. So Marcus is here. These things were all in the corner, and
Okay.
3 of them just came into the water right here, and those 3 are all gone. You don't know what. You just can't see them. But the other 2 are coming around this corner here, and they're like down in this corner, coming towards Marcus, and you guys are up here, and you don't have a shot. None of you have angle on any of them right now.
In fact, at this point, I'll just yell to Marcus, "Run!"
Yeah.
I just froze the ground.
Run, you fool!
The ice water, the water is all frozen completely, but the rest of the ground is it's okay.
It wasn't damp, and I was worried that this rough terrain downwards was going to freeze, and then it was going to be slick.
Well,
Trying to
it
get
is.
back up.
Well, it's that, and you're under duress now because these damn things are chasing you. So if you want to escape and get out, I do need a move roll. for
Don't
sure.
those Saurians have to do like an endurance roll also?
Yes,
Ooh, it's cold. Yes.
Yes, and they're cold-blooded.
they're cold-blooded.
So -1 or something like that.
Yeah, it's
We're
a
all
movement.
telling you
so-
what modifiers.
Yeah, you should
They're-
get pissed and like,
They're definitely affected.
The players have become the game masters. No, just kidding.
So, do you want to stay down there, Marcus, or do you want to try to GTFO?
Curious if I want to risk the chance of casting a level 3 spell.
Oh,
Gi-
to finish them, right?
Give yourself a mishap.
Or them a mishap. Yeah.
Do you want to just? I mean, I'm not trying to play the game
That
for you
might end this
guys.
situation quick.
So I'll say you have a choice: run or stand and fight, and draw initiative. Just you against 2 Saurians. Your choice.
Oh,
I mean,
don't think
or if you want to try, I mean, I can let you cast a spell. Of course, you can always do that. That's what you do.
I mean, Dira and Doran, you guys don't want to go down there? Just to be clear.
I'm cool.
I'm fine.
I really don't have any desire.
We'll guard the entrance. We'll make sure nothing gets past us.
Nice.
And you hear, I would say the 3 of you up there, and I guess Marcus too. As these things are charging him like full speed, you just hear, "Get him!"
Hopefully she's saying to you, get them, not them get you.
Why?
Yeah, no, I was thinking totally talking to the lizards. Oh, man.
What do you do?
Mika?
Okay, wait, you know what? Okay, I want to use my pride,
Which is
Ooh.
which is, here's saying, I never betray my friends.
okay. That's
Okay.
a tough one
Right?
because to use your pride, you have to roll something, fail the roll, and then like refuse that result, and then like muster your pride to
Okay.
That's how mechanically you have to use it. That's why that one I'm like, how would you? It would be some sort of like social
No.
interaction.
Okay.
If you want to, you can change your pride. I mean,
Well, I feel like it's like
You're about to leave them behind.
yeah.
suicide to go down there.
So then,
I really don't want to go down there, but
well then,
but
if you want to do it, then I would say, you know, Dorian sees this going on, and he's trying to be like an honorable fighter, and like part of you is like, it's insane to go down there, but you're not just gonna leave your friend abandoned. So I would say if you want to demonstrate a conflict of that, you could just give me an empathy roll. Just click empathy itself and roll it. It's just
okay.
it's just 3d6. You have a pretty good chance of failing, I think. I think you can just roll. Yeah. Ooh, with a okay.
Ah.
So here we go. So
Good.
see, no, this is perfect. So yeah, so Dorian sees this and sees Marcus like floundering down here, like by himself. No one else is like caring to lift a finger, and this just doesn't sit well with Dorian. And so he's like conflicted. And so now, if you want, now since you failed this empathy roll, so to me this means. This roll result means Dorian's like either because he's scared himself or, you know, he just doesn't really care about his friends as much as he thought he did. So now he's like, as of right now, as of the result of this roll, he's like, no, I'm not going to go down there either. Screw that guy. But now if you want to activate your pride and say, no, I'm never going to, now you can roll your pride. So now you would just open it up. Next to the pride, there you go. Oh, and you
That
still
doesn't seem
fail.
like a great roll.
Okay, so here's what happens. So now, so Dorian's up here conflicted, and he's like, I'm not leaving him either. Like, this is bullshit. Like, we stick together, and he wants to go, but he's like just too scared. And I don't want to talk for you. You tell me, what is it? Why doesn't Dorian go, even though he really tries to? What is it that makes him not go? You tell us.
the fact that there's these giant saurian alligator things, right? That's what they are. They're like these giant alligator things.
Yeah.
That are like 10 feet tall, or I don't know how big are they? How tall?
They're large.
Anyway,
they're like the size of
it's a problem.
orcs. They're
Anyways,
huge.
Yeah. So
you're scared of getting killed by the saurians is why you don't go down there?
Yeah.
Maybe like one of us like kind of stops and was like, "Don't go down there, you crazy."
Well, I was gonna say
maybe it's the
also, he doesn't
combination of
have a
that.
torch.
It's like
So
the
take
fact
down
that nobody else is going is kind of confirming the fact that maybe I really shouldn't go down there.
Okay,
Or maybe we're like, Marcus is about to do a big spill anyway, or something like that.
Okay, so just so you know, so you have to erase that pride because now you don't actually care about your friends. Whatever that, what is it? It's because your pride says, I never betray my friends, and now that's not true because you just did. So no matter what, you cannot go down there now. I'll just say, no matter what, you are not. There's for however you're too scared or something, you're just not going to go down there and help. And so you actually do betray your friends. And actually, here I'm going to see if I can. Oh
That's
man,
interesting.
I want to see if I can
delete it or alter it?
I want to do a strike through on it.
Oh shoot, dang.
Oh, I can. Okay. So I just did a strike through on it.
Okay.
So yeah, because you do betray your friends, and so all that means is I think it's definitely for this game, this session, and I think the next. We'll look it up later, but you're gonna go a couple sessions without having a pride at all, and then you can come up with a new one.
Wow.
Okay, but it's fine because you still used it, so you'll get a point for at least trying to use it. So that's really good. But it's more interesting this way. So now, Dorian is just not gonna go down there, and okay, so that's good. And now, Marcus, it's still on you. These things are barreling towards you, and do you want to spell it or do you want to run it?
I'm gonna spell it.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do Blizzard.
What?
There will be a mishap.
Warning everybody.
Maybe not.
Okay, let me get my Marcus sheet out here for Blizzard. Level 3,
clear,
guaranteed mishap.
Demons, right?
No, they're not demons. They're people. They're kin. It's a people group, just like humans and elves. Saurians are a different race of humanoid people types. Okay, Blizzard, sending it to the chat. What did you just do? And there will be a mishap. You're supposed to click a die to roll mishap, but that's fine. Okay, so you create a Sterling Blizzard. You can distribute number of points of damage to equal power level any of the victims you like within near range. Okay, so you hit them for 3 to agility. So let's see. Okay. You kill them all. So this is definitely going to happen. Okay, now but I have to roll you a mishap because you went above your pay grade.
I knew you could do it.
I did it, guys. Aneurysm.
Yeah. We got to find a way to kill Marcus. He's got to just off himself. Here, let me find. So, and this is ice affinity. Mm-hmm. Okay, ice affinity. Sorry, 1 second. Rolling ice affinity. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is epic. So Marcus freezes the 3 under the saurians under the water, just gone. If they're not dead, they're just buried under ice. These other 2 sprinting full out, spear in hand, club in hand, murderous intent. The party, for whatever reason, for mixed reasons, refuses to come down and help Marcus, so he's down here by himself. He turns to the 2 that are charging, blasts out this blizzard, and immediately shoots out this swirling. It's a concentrated kind of tornado-y cold Arctic blast, just brutally frigid cold air. Shoots directly at both of these saurians and knocks them over and just completely freezes them, and it blasts them over so bad they're laying on top of the ice. One's on its belly, one's on its back, and they're just like completely broken, maws open, like just twitching and just like utterly wrecked by this. And their weapons are long gone. They got blown apart. They just got blown up into the ice, and they are, even in the light that you can see, they're like completely miscolored, like whited out. They're absolutely wrecked. But so I'd say the three of you, for what happens, and so Marcus is like, as this happens, it happens well. You know, he sees the effect. And do you like at all look up to the people, up to your party at all? Like, what are you guys doing up there? Or are any of you guys going to come down? Or are you just like focused on the monster, on the Saurians?
Well, as soon as I see that I took him out, I start like, I mean, nobody came to help me, so I'm gonna loot these bastards.
Okay.
See if they got anything good on them.
So the rest of the three of you up top see. So you can't see. You don't know what he was seeing. I mean, really. I mean, you have, because you weren't down there. So whatever he was attacking, it was kind of off screen for you guys. You all, because it was around this corner. You don't know what he was exactly doing, and it was over so fast with his spells. And so you just saw him go nuclear and go these Arctic blasts of ice and blizzards. Holy shit. And then you see him go to take a step towards further in to, like he says here, he's going to go loot these bodies. He takes one step in and collapses over.
What?
All right, we'll go down, or I'll go down.
Okay. Anyone else? Dorian can go down now. Your pride thing about helping your friends, you just weren't going to be able to participate in a combat if there was one, but there isn't going to be one now. So who all's going down?
I'll go down there and help.
Okay. So Dorian, are you also going? You don't have to. If you want to stay up top, you can.
No, I'll probably just stay up top.
Okay. So Dira and Garrick come down to where Marcus is.
And leave Dorian up there in the dark by himself.
Yes.
Yeah, punishment.
Well, I mean, does Dira want to?
They're gonna need the
Or
torch.
I'd have to
when,
roll.
when Marcus collapsed and fell over, his torch hit the water and went out, so it's dark down there. And Dira,
there's no water.
oh yeah, it's ice. Well, okay, that's fair. That's fine. So Marcus dropped the torch, but it's just on the ground, smoldering and burning, but it's not out. But it's not putting off very much light. And yeah, Dira is coming down with the other torch. And so if Dorian wants to stay up there, he can just hang out in the dark. Or if you don't like that,
Light
you
your
can,
own torch.
or you can light your own torch. You pick.
I'll light my own torch.
Okay, give me a torch roll, please. And you're holding your axe in your other hand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so Dorian lights up. You know, he's kind of spooked. Okay, so when you guys get down there, Marcus is fallen over, and he is absolutely broken. I'm going to update your sheet now, Marcus, to what happened to you, what you did to yourself. Your wits and your agility are completely smashed, and your heart
Oh,
is
shit.
your heart has frozen to solid ice. You are completely
Oh,
unable.
shit.
You are completely unable to move or speak. But you don't have a critical injury. You froze the shit out of yourself. It really hurt you. In order to regain, I posted it to the chat. In order to regain the ability to move and speak, a successful healing and performance roll must be rolled by another character. Or if we sit here and wait for hours and hours, then you can heal yourself. So you are frozen and broken and basically dead. And so these people, so one or both of them can give a performance roll to heal your wits, and another person can give a healing roll to fix your agility. But you are wrecked. You are absolutely wrecked on the ground, on the ice, face down in the ice, just collapsed. So
Damn.
So who's gonna do what?
I can do the healing roll, and maybe Deer, you could do the performance.
Yeah. So since I am human, I can use a willpower and another
Yeah, that's what I have to do.
That's
one.
correct. That's correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna use one willpower and use my melee.
Is there a downside to like if we fail these rules?
How are you going to use your melee?
No,
I am going to perform the badass like sword dance of your life.
Nice.
I was gonna say like
So-
Dira rolls him onto his back and like just pounds his chest, like hits him so hard, like on the Abyss, that movie where he's like beating her
yeah.
chest
Yes.
after she
Fight!
fight, live. Like Dira's like straight up
You
like
will live.
MMA, like like elbow dropping him, but whatever. I mean, yeah. So, and you're gonna do are you doing the healing? You said, or are you doing the performance with that, Dira?
I'm doing the performance.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I did the healing right there.
And
Okay, so let me get your go ahead and give me the melee roll, please, Dira. Okay.
Oh, damn.
yeah.
You guys, you can push these rolls if you want bigger success. Because right now, if you leave these rolls as is, he's going to have 1 agility and 1 wits. And he won't be broken. He'll be back up. If you guys want to risk pushing it, you can heal him more.
Oh, I was going to say, don't worry about it too much, I guess. I could
Yeah.
always sleep it off.
Yeah. God, I'm on the edge too.
Okay, so Marcus is now. Okay, so yeah, you've got 1. No, I'll get you. Okay, so yeah, he's got 1 wits and 1 agility, and he's basically back from the dead. But this was only like 20 seconds of him keeled over like this. So Marcus, what do you do now? Like, you just did this to yourself, and you did this to these Saurians. Now you're surrounded by your quote unquote friends.
Uh,
You're welcome.
did anybody else see how badass that was?
Dude, I saw the whole thing. It was awesome.
Never used that spell before. I'll probably never use it again. This shit hurts.
Damn. Not around us. Now let's go loot those bodies.
But the bonus of that spell is I can choose who I hurt.
Ooh.
On the
Like in the future.
Blizzard.
Yeah, Blizzard.
Oh.
I can choose who I want to hurt with it.
Yeah, so I just read that for you, and like any victims you want with it, and so I was like, oh, you can do it to both of them, because I mean, why would you not?
Right.
Yeah.
It is an AOE spell, but
Yeah.
I could refrain
Exactly.
from hurting my friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good.
We appreciate that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I did some research. I was like, everything I use is gonna hurt people around me, and then I was like, that one, that's the one.
Good.
Aw, nice. Good
So
plan.
then, Marcus kind of tells you what he saw. There's 5 of them, and now there's none. Very good.
Yeah, I go over, limp my way over there and check the bodies, see if they got anything on them.
Well, I don't think the sword's here.
Yeah, there's no. You see, there's a trident and a club.
Both one-handed weapons.
The trident's a 2-handed. It's a super long spear with the 3-prong end. That's a 2-hand.
yeah.
The club's a 1-hander.
Trident count as like a staff.
Yeah, yeah. It's got different traits. It's got different abilities because you can, because different weapons you can do like hook.
Piercing.
Yeah, the trident has pointed and hook, so you could you can trip people with it. That's what the hook thing. You can and I think with your staff you can also do that. You can trip.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
trip people with it.
So it doesn't.
What's the damage like on that though?
Trident is damage of 2.
Mm.
So it's more damage. Otherwise, it's the exact same as yours. It's just got more damage. Oh no, but yours can parry. So the trident has more damage output, but your staff, you can use it defensively to parry an attack. You can't do that with the trident. So that's the trade-off.
Oh.
You do more damage, but you can't use it to defend yourself.
Is parry like a talent that's needed?
No, it's
You can
it's
just do it.
if it's one of those, you know how like all the time when someone attacks you, a lot of times you guys just dodge out of the way. Parrying is something else you can do. You can, instead of just dodging, you can parry with a weapon or a shield. That's another one of those fast actions you can choose to do if you want. And now, if you have a staff, you can use your staff to do that. If you have a trident, you don't get a bonus at all for doing that. So it makes you a little bit more defensive using a staff. And the trident makes you a little more offensive to hurt things. It's just, what do you want?
I'll take the trident.
Okay.
Does anybody want the staff? Because I'm not going to carry it around with me.
You can
How much does it weigh?
Yeah.
Should be a normal weight, so it'll just be 1.
That put me half a unit over. Is that a problem?
It's a problem if you get to combat or you get to move rolls. If you get to move challenges or you get into combat and trying to run around, you're encumbered and you can't move around as easily because you're carrying too much stuff. But just walking around and exploring, there's no big deal. So let me get a trident over to. So now Marcus has a trident. Does anyone want this staff, or does Marcus? Do you just want to like chuck it? What do you want to do with it?
Yeah, I can chuck it. Stab it into one of the bodies.
There you go.
Marcus was here.
Bitch.
He just draws into the ice snow. LOL.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a trident, and you guys are all. You're looking mighty wrecked. Some of you.
Yeah, I think we need to find somewhere in
But alive.
rest.
So I'd say time, because it was 8 o'clock. I would say this bit of exploring you done through the chapel and now down here. We'll say it's 9 o'clock now. We'll say it's 10. Good little bit of time spent down doing here. So it's 10 o'clock in the evening. I mean, it's all the same to you. You're all underground. So, but just passage of time wise. So you've been going for a little while here. What do we want? What do we want to do?
I want to rest.
Yeah, I can set up camp.
Okay.
Maybe we should like make camp in that little tiny room off to the side.
Yeah, maybe, right?
You know?
Will
I mean
the
that.
tent fit in there?
What's
Well,
that?
it's
It'd probably be extra cold in that area too. I don't know if
yeah.
Well, we're going to start a fire. That's a part of making camp.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can. Yeah.
Make the fire right in the doorway. Help prevent something from coming in.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, do you want to set up? Do you guys have anything like set up like looking through your gear here? Do you guys have stuff to set up?
Like booby traps. Or...
Yeah, or something to
Oh.
if you guys are all gonna
Oh.
be. But I mean, if
Not a
one
bad
of
idea.
if one of you is gonna be awake the whole time, then
Yeah, I think one of us will have to be awake.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's so close to midnight. Trying to think of what to do here. If you guys just want to call it, why don't actually here? If you want, then Marcus, since you're the little hero of this section of the adventure here, why don't you give me a D100 roll, please?
Oh, no.
Nothing good comes from a D100.
Oof.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
Okay. Stand by. I've got something. Stand by. Rollable. Okay. So I would say I'm rolling on my tables here. Ooh, okay. So in the remaining time here, until midnight, you guys all take, you try to figure out the purpose of this little lair, or what is this down here with the saurians crawling through the ice, looking through the piles. Just it's really disgusting, wet, but frozen and super cold. But you guys are okay, and Marcus finds a silver ring, just buried in this pile of, viscera and bodily filth that's kind of frozen and crusted over now. It's like got a blast of ice around the outside, but like poking through stuff, like trying to like, what is going on in this room? And Marcus finds a silver ring that's worth 11 silver.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
So I'll just add that to your try to find that. Okay, so
How much
now
did you say it's worth?
it's worth what did I say? Oh, here, I'll put it to the chat. There you go. Gear.
Heck yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So
I put that on directly. I'm like, yeah.
you want to put it on?
For now, yeah. Why not?
Okay. I don't actually see I'm looking for an item that's called
And you have
ring.
to roll on another table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you put it on, this blah,
More
blah.
mishaps. I love mishaps. Okay, so now we'll say after you guys all rummaging around, now it's midnight. So it is time for figuring out what we're going to do in the evening here.
Okay. I can try and set up camp.
Okay?
Or is it appropriate to do like just find a good place?
Yeah.
Well, one of you can find a good place while I'm setting up
Find a
camp.
good spot. And what is that?
That means you just rest without needing to camp. If you fail it, that means you don't rest at all. You're like, it's like restless and miserable.
Hmm.
Why?
Son of a.
But you can push
Why would you push?
because he wants to succeed.
I made it.
You're lucky.
I know. I would have broke myself if
Yeah.
if I failed.
And he passed out again, setting up camp.
If you can deal with 5 saurians with like a bunch of magic spells, overpowered stuff, and not have horrific party ending mishaps, it's a good night. So he's like playing with house money now. Okay, so he sets up camp. So we're gonna fast forward to 6 o'clock because that's how long it's gonna take. So now it's 6 in the morning, time wise. It's all pitch black to you. So what were the rest of you doing here during this 6 hours of him making camp?
So if I rolled find a good spot
Mm-hmm.
at the time that he started the camp and I'm successful, then I can count that as my rest, right?
Yeah, that means you were sleeping during that time.
Okay.
Here, yeah, I want to do the same thing.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
I thought only one person could do it at a time.
I don't think so.
There's
Can
a
I
big
do it?
case. I think people can do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying.
So Garrick is all healed up. Whatever ailments he had, he's fully healed up. You can push.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Garrick
That's right.
and Dorian, they're not sitting around waiting for Marcus to set up. They're done and tired and really wanting to sleep, so they just both crash. And while Marcus is toiling away trying to set up this nice camp for everyone, they're fully rested and healed up at 6 in the morning. What about Dira?
I'm gonna keep watch.
Okay, so go ahead. Look at all those.
That's a lot
Nice.
of dice.
Yeah.
So,
Something, right?
okay, so all throughout, so Dira, Dorian and Garrick are out cold. They're just like leaning up against like just the rock wall. They don't even care. They're just worn out and tired because you guys have been going for a long time without resting. Had a number of encounters. So those two are just like spent and wiped. They can just sleep anywhere, and they do. They just pass right out. Dira, meanwhile, keeping watch, and all the while, like I would say, like Dira, she's not going down because after that little, that cave down there with the water that got turned up, that's like it ends there. It doesn't continue on anywhere. Best you can tell, it was some sort of maybe like abandoned mining shaft or like one of the very first ones the dwarves down here ever mined, and they got all the ore out of that vein that they could and just kind of abandoned it. Maybe that's what, but since it's all underwater, you can't really tell. Regardless, it doesn't continue any further past where you found it. It just ends. And so Dira, I would say, is keeping watch here in this little hallway, kind of keeping an eye out into the chapel that you can see down that hallway. And definitely throughout, just here and there throughout the evening, throughout this time waiting, you hear, I want to play. And you hear, you really got those guys. And you hear, I'm lonely. A couple times, like just not all at once, but like over the hours, you hear. And I would say if you, during this time, if you choose to respond to it or say anything back to it, it would never acknowledge you. It's like just kind of talking to herself. It sounds like a girl. It's a girl's voice. If you had to guess, like 8, 10, somewhere in that kind of age. And this voice has been saying these lines, and if you ignore it, that's fine. But if you had been trying to talk to it, it never answers you either, Dira. So that's what you hear as you're keeping watch here.
That's fine. I didn't want to talk to it anyway.
Okay. So
Nobody likes an attention seeker.
That's right. So needy. Okay, so no stirring, no demons, no anything. You guys. So now camp's made, and it's 6 a.m. Garrick and Dorian are fully healed up. Now what are we doing?
I guess maybe the two of us will keep watch while Deer and Mark is asleep.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
I'm also going to sleep. I made camp. I'm almost broken. I might as well just hang out, stay awake.
Yeah, just end it. All right, so someone give me a keep watch roll for one of you two.
Oh, yeah. I can do that. Let's see who would think it's better for you, Joe. I mean, Dorian. Let's try it. Oh. Takes a rest.
He's just sleeping.
Oh, yeah. It's barely.
Okay, but you mess with your wits a little bit. So Garrick's able to. So what? So another 6 hours passes. So now it's going to be another 6 hours up until the 12 o'clock hour that you two are awake, and again, you both hear this girl saying these things, and the reason there's a wits damage to Garrick is because the girl sounds like she's the last comment she was saying, I'm lonely, play with me. Like, why won't anyone play with me? And she's starting to sound angry. Maybe not angry, but annoyed is a better way of putting it. Like, she's like, why won't you play with me? And so you're hearing this there's no body that you see. You don't see a person. You're just hearing this voice kind of echoing or whatever. And you hear, it's sounding like it's getting a little irritated. And so that's kind of unnerving, hearing this voice that you can't see a person attached to it. And that's what kind of like wigs you out a little bit and gets you a little bit of wits damage, because that's completely unusual.
Is that wits damage? Isn't that only on if I push it?
Well, you did, didn't you?
No.
Oh, wait, Garrick.
Sure.
Oh, you both rolled it.
Yeah. I rolled and failed, then he rolled.
Oh, well, we can't do that, can we?
No. Whatever,
Okay, well,
it's
then
fine.
I gotta push it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I can take the wits damage if that's what it's going to cost.
Yeah, I was thinking you did it and pushed. I didn't see the two different names. Okay, so whoever was doing it, yeah, just lose 1 wits off of your sheet. One of you.
Who is going to pay the price?
One of you will pay.
Yep,
You will.
Dorian took it.
Okay, so all that was for Dorian. Yeah, like whoever's talking is just like getting annoyed, and it's unnerving.
We want to encourage her and like ask her like, well, what do you want to play?
Well, now I would say all rise. Everyone's healed up, rested up. Dorian's got a little wits because it's creepy hearing a voice talk to you. But otherwise, you guys are healed up, but you're definitely hungry, and you all need to drink water. Oh, yeah, Marcus, when you came up the steps here, pick up all your water.
Yeah, I already grabbed it.
Okay,
Thank
very
you.
good. Yeah. So, yeah, all of you guys give me a food and water roll, please. Unless you don't care, then don't worry about it.
What happens if you're hungry or thirsty? How long can you last?
A day, I think.
21 days.
Nice.
Everyone good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So if you're hungry, just because I want to look up real quick. So if you go hungry, you have several effects. One, you can't regain strength, even if the only way you can regain strength is through magic. You can recover others like agility and stuff, but you can't recover strength if you're hungry. And if you're hungry, you also suffer 1 point of damage to strength per week. If your strength gets all the way down to broken while you're hungry, you will die after another week without food. So yeah, you have a ton of time. And as soon as you eat anything, you're no longer hungry, and then you can recover as normal. Thirsty, you have to drink once a day. If you go a whole day without water, you're thirsty. And if you're thirsty, you cannot recover any attributes at all unless it's through magic. And if you're broken and you're thirsty, you have to drink water before you get up again. It's much worse. You die much faster without water. So that's not good. But you guys are going to avoid that because you're all prepared adventurers here. So
For now,
I'm doing my best here to wear you down. Okay, so you come to, it's noon, but you can't tell. It's all the same down here. And what are we doing?
You guys see that sweet new toe ring I got?
Sick.
yeah. Ooh, damn! Look at that. That's nice.
Nasty.
Yes, nasty.
Down here, barefoot? No, I'm just kidding. So, the shelves in this room, are they like carved into the stone, or are they like made of wood, or?
The what?
You said there was some sort of, I don't know if maybe I'm making that up, some sort of shelves that these teacups and saucers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're like carved into the wall. Yeah.
Okay.
They're very sturdy.
I was thinking maybe if they're wood shelves or something like that, I could bust them apart and
No,
craft something.
it's all like stonework. It's all
Okay.
everything down. It's all stonework, like stone. Yeah, nothing, not wood, like clay or whatever pottery. basins and whatnot.
All right. Well, so we head back out and go straight in that
Continue
chapel-like
on.
cavern. Yeah.
I wonder if I feel like we should explore those chairs around that pedestal again.
The bench.
It seemed like that was like the
Bench,
only
yeah.
moment where we were actually starting to make a connection with that little girl.
The only reason why we made that is because I was doing a little puppet show and whatnot.
Yeah,
Doing
but also 3 of us were sitting down.
Yeah, but we were the whole point was that we were entertaining this thing. We were playing with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So
It's true. Well, I'm just saying maybe we could try to recreate it or something.
What if we put the torch in the middle of the pedestal? I don't know if that would ignite or start something. Or,
Well, who's using a torch? The campfire's
yeah,
gone
right.
now.
Yeah.
Who's gonna spend a torch and light the way
Here,
here?
I'll roll a torch.
I can.
Okay, so Dorian gets his out. Okay, now, so you guys come back in,
Everyone-
and again, remember, you don't really need it to see in this room, this because of these weird lighting situation, this cool blue light. But you light a torch out, and is there something you want to do with it?
You want to try to put it on the pedestal?
Sure. Sure.
Okay.
I'll walk up and I kind of put my arm out and I try to like touch the pedestal with a torch, see if it lights up.
Okay. It's just a stone. Like, do you set the torch on there and like stand back and like see what happens, kind of a thing?
Well, I thought maybe just kind of hold on to it and just like touch it towards on the surface and hold it there for a moment.
You don't see anything happening.
Okay, then I just take it away. Do the chairs, do they all surrounding this thing, or the weird little stool-like things, do they look like they kind of move?
No,
Are they?
they're not individual chairs. They're like a long carved bench of stone, like unbroken, like semicircles around. Yeah, big bench works.
Okay.
They're like pews in a church, except they're curved and they're made out of stone. They're not straight and made out of wood. You know what I mean? But it's like a long, huge bench, unbroken. I mean, there's
And they don't look like they protrude from the floor or anything.
No, they do. They're like built up out of the. They're built up out of the floor, carved.
But
I
it's
guess.
like one solid piece.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Do we want to try to get a crystal from the ceiling?
We
Ooh,
could always
maybe,
throw Dorian up.
I'll throw him up there. Grab us,
Yeah.
Or Marcus could use his trident and try to stab at it or poke one down. I don't know.
True.
yeah, I'm a little worried that this whatever the hell this thing is
Oh,
got
that's
some
right.
sort of cloaking ability, and I'm gonna stab it, and
We
we're
determined.
gonna have
we don't want
one
to
hell of a
start
time fighting that.
this. Yeah. I said we move on.
Plus, also technically, breaking those crystals would probably be defiling the religious sector here, and we don't know how Dorian feels about that.
Yeah. Make a wits roll. Empathy roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we
I
should
say
just
move
move, kind of move south here and like kind of go through that other chamber.
Be like, Dorian, you abandoned me. Okay, get me one of those damn crystals, and we'll be even.
Nice.
You don't know. I mean, everyone abandoned you, not just him. No one went.
I,
No one went down.
Yeah.
No one went down and helped you until you were already dead. No one helped you.
To be fair, he didn't need the help, and when he finally passed out, we helped him. So
Totally. That's how I want to play it off. It's like, dude, you had that.
we believed in you.
that's pretty
I
badass.
didn't-
You took out 5 of them by yourself, so that's
Exactly. We gave you
pretty
support.
I didn't believe in myself at all.
It was a learning thing. It was for you to grow.
Frantically casting, and I was guessing things that I probably shouldn't have casted, as you guys saw.
That's so awesome.
It was a cool spell. Awesome.
It
The
was
after effects and
cold.
everything, not so much.
Do we want to continue deeper in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys, you test this pedestal, this stonework here with a fire, and there's just not a response. You look up through the ceiling and you don't see anything of that black mass, whatever that was oozing, and it's just there's nothing there. All it is the light, and so you all just kind of shrug after a while and say, "Okay, I guess we're continuing on," and you make your way deeper into the next room, and I'll just kind of illuminate here what exactly you all see, and then I'll explain what you really see, so you can get on the map here. Okay, so what you come to here, there's an immediate, fairly steep, narrow staircase heading down to your left. So as you guys come straight down this hallway, off to your left is a staircase that heads down, and it's narrow, and it goes down a ways. And if you look down and like Dorian's holding the light, if you like kind of just poke your head and kind of look down and lean that way, you can see that it goes to some other kind of room, and there's tracks on the ground down there, but you can't really see much more than that. But there's some sort of room down the steps to your left. Straight ahead, the path is kind of the pathway is kind of slowly a slow descent down, getting deeper into the ground, and there's these kind of little cutout cubby along the right hand side. There's a couple of them that you can see. You haven't moved yet. I'll just say that's what you see. There's some cutouts holding storage or something. You're not sure yet, and then there's a stairway going to your left, and the ground, if you continue to go straight ahead, is slowly descending deeper into the ground. What do you guys want to do?
Check the cubbies.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you come up to the cubbies first, and there are carts, but they're really broken mine carts, but they're broken. There's like wheels taken off, and there are these jars, goods, a couple gallon sized jars. You can pick them up. There's jars sealed. Like you can tell, like they're kind of screw capped on. There's many jars. These cubbies are. This one is like mostly. I guess the first one is mostly broken down mine carts that are in disrepair, and the second, the cubby that's further down, like two of you, I would say, are able to like fit in there at the same time and kind of look through and there's all of these jars.
Are
Open
they
one
all
up.
filled with some sort of liquid of some type, or
It's not liquid. Like if you like pick it up and shake it, you don't hear anything like sloshing around. It's not a liquid.
but there's something in there?
You don't know.
I open it up. Let's do this.
Open it up.
Okay, so
Don't you?
Marcus just and they're tight. I mean, they've been sealed for who knows, but you can get it. You unscrew one and you take the cap off. And you hold up this good sized jar, and you see a substance inside it. It's not liquid. It's not. If you turn it upside down, it won't like pour out. But there's something in it. Now, what do you want to do?
Not sand.
It's not sand. No, it's hard to see in the light. It's like half full of something.
Cotton candy.
No.
Well,
Stick your finger in there.
dwarves were miners. What's it smell like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Like,
So you give it to Dorian.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it.
Oh, I mean, I keep forgetting you guys have a dwarf in here. He would know what this is. Sorry.
That's right.
No,
That's
it's
right.
my bad. He would know what this is. It's grease. It's grease for like lubing up the carts and the wheels and stuff for the tracks. My bad. I forgot. You guys have a dwarf in
Your
there.
own jar. This is from my
I
own.
know. I like the mystery though.
Yeah, so he's like, oh yeah, this is like this is where we do this is where they do like mine cart repair and lubing up and stuff and keep them in tip shop. That's what it's for. It's like minecart repair.
I imagine everybody else is like freaking out. It's like, what is this black foul? It's like, and I'm like, this is grease, you idiots.
You can cook with this?
So would it technically be flammable?
That's what I was thinking too.
It is, yeah. Dorian,
I think we should collect this and carry it on us.
Sure.
I'm fine with that. I got. I have to like make an item. There's not a. There's not an item called like jar of grease. So I'd have to like. I'd have to. I mean, but I'm cool with that. If you guys want to do that, I would just have to like after the session here, come up with make a little item called grease jar or something. I would say they're not light. I mean, they're large. I mean, these are like industrial strength things here. They're not some little like hand thing that you dip. I mean, they're large, like multi-gallon drums of grease. So who's got room? Who's got room to carry them? Who's got room? I'd say they're a normal weight item, so they're gonna weigh 1.
I can't. I'm at 8 of 8.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, so am I.
Damn it.
I've got like half a unit.
You could carry one, and you would. I mean, all of you could still carry one. You would just be over encumbered, and if
Push came to shove, we just drop it.
yeah, exactly, that's true. If push came to shove, you can just drop stuff for free. So if you want to be over encumbered, and I can look up the rule on that real quick, what that means.
Garrick, why don't you dip the tip of your arrows all up in this?
Yeah, right.
Maybe take a little bit of clothing or something, and
rub it on our weapons, and then they can be flaming weapons.
And then
there we go. My flaming axe, man.
Exactly.
My dream is coming true.
That's what all the people in the group thing that I asked said. I was like, there's this guy, he wants to have a flaming axe. They're like, well, if they come up with the grease, that's flammable. They could do that. I'm like, okay.
Yes.
I was like, well, we'll see. I totally forgot about it. I was like, okay.
Dude, I'm doing it. Okay, I want to lather the axe in grease right now.
Okay. So.
I don't want to light it currently, but I will when the time is right.
You have to make a torch roll to light it.
Yes.
Hey,
Ooh, hey,
that's
maybe we
just-
should go back to the pedestal and put grease on it, light it on fire.
Yeah?
There's many jars here. There's many jars of this grease sitting here.
Dude, we could make booby traps. We could
Yes,
Yeah.
and we could throw some down the stairs, you know? I don't know.
Yeah. Throw them on monsters and
have you guys seen
Grease
Goonies?
is
on
good.
fire.
Booty traps.
we'll
Yeah,
take the lid off of one, and then we'll stick a torch in it, get it lit, and then we'll just drop it off the side of the stairs. That way, once it hits and breaks open, it'll just light the entire bottom floor on fire for us.
Nice.
Oh.
And hope that there's no gas down there.
Yes, that
Natural
too.
gas. Just blow us all up.
Look at Dira being all smart. Look at that.
Where's the canary?
We got one right here, Dora. You're our canary. Or I mean, sorry, we have an actual dwarf. He's the canary. He should know what's going on.
All right. So does everyone is everyone carrying a jug of this or what?
Yo, why
Yeah.
not?
Yes, might as well until we all choose to drop it or whatever.
Okay. So you're all over encumbered, and then
Yes.
now what do you want to do with? What are we doing with this? Or are you doing
Nothing
anything?
really.
You're just going to carry them, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now, do you want to continue? Do you want to just continue ahead down? Because this
True.
this slowly descending pathway with the cubbies, you can walk down it and continue on and see what's past that, or you have this immediate stairway heading straight down off to your left here. Do you want to go down that, or you just want to continue down the bigger path?
Yeah, so we go down the bigger path and look at those cubbies,
Yeah, I was gonna
Sure.
say
and we'll
we can
come
always
back to
come
the
back to the
stairs.
stairs.
Okay, so you guys continue on. You pass there's the where the cubby is of the grease, so you got that no problem. So now it comes down to, you see it's been a slow kind of sloping down, and now directly in front of you, it is quite steep down. I mean, it's quite. You could go down it if you gave a move roll, because you see, like, I would say, and it's deep. Like, you look over the edge carefully, and you can't see the bottom. It's far down, and it's sloped enough to it definitely gives you pause.
Okay.
And that's all you can tell. But now if you turn to your left, if you turn and look 90 degrees to your left, I'll just highlight it a little bit so you can kind of see. You see a perfectly dwarven, 1.0, exactly how they do it. A very wide, perfectly squared off, teed off hallway carved straight down to your left. I mean, it's like level. It's descending slowly, but it's like very level, very beautifully carved. The walls look perfect, and it's just a very long hallway. And it's like the walls every few feet are reinforced with enormous timber, is what it looks like. These timber kind of struts reinforcing in a nice uniform pattern, just descending as far as you can see. You don't know how far it goes, but it's very flat, very straight, very orderly looking, and that's one option. And then again, directly in front of you is this precipice going down that you can't see the bottom of.
I take my jar, undo the lid, use Dorian's torch to get it started,
Okay.
and then I roll it down the thing. See, so it'll create light as it's going down. We'll be able to see how far it'll go.
Okay. So yeah, you toss this thing down, and
Right before he tosses it, I want to be like, no, wait. just for the record. Just for record.
okay. Well, it's not. It's
Let it go.
It's not an even. Okay,
Like
so
slope down or whatever.
it's sloped down, but so yeah. Marcus takes this, lights went off, and sends it and rolls it down, and it rolls, and it's all rock, so it bounces up high, and then it comes down and bounces again, and it crashes open, and it's not like it's oil. It's not oil that just is a pure liquid that just sprays everywhere and floods like water, like oil. It's more solid than that, so it ends up being like a solid chunk of, burning chunk of oil, and it's definitely, it's deep down there. It's over 100 feet down for sure, over 100 feet down, and it's not like a uniform grade the whole way. It's like it's really steep, and then it kind of levels out. There's a little, like, as you go down, it's kind of this back and forth, but the overall slope is very steep. But as this kind of fireball thing was tumbling down, you see there's like a ladder here. There's like a stake stuck into the rock with like ropes hanging off. There's ways it looks like there's ways to descend or maybe ascend too, that you think you can pick out deeper in. So it's traversable to some degree, for sure, but it's deep down there.
Okay. Do we want to go down there, or do we want to go back and check those stairs, and then go down this nice path that's carved out?
The pretty path.
Pretty
Well,
path.
I don't know. I mean, the stairs. What seems steeper, the stairs or this path?
The stairs that you guys passed up.
Originally
three
modified.
options.
The stairs are much steeper grade down than this path, this well-hewn and perfect dwarven path. It's a slight slope down grade, but not very much. I mean, it's going down, but not very much. The stairs was, again, the stairs were uniformly built, very sturdy and professionally done looking. It's just that they were much steeper down.
If we trip,
But
it's not gonna.
you could see the bottom. You could see the floor to where that room was going. It's not like it's not like it just descended into nothing. You could see if you were standing when you guys were standing up here and like kind of poked your head down, you could see like with Dorian's holding his torch and you look down there, you can see like where the floor is of this room down here. It's not like it goes into nothingness. There's a room like right down there, you can tell.
But up further where we were, when we threw the jar down there.
Yeah.
Path
Let me
nicely-
let me kind of like illuminate a little bit of what you guys saw here. So I'd say it went down to like right here.
Okay. That nicely carved path just to our left, right there, as we're looking down that.
Uh-huh.
Does that look like it descends nicely down to that same area down there, or
You
goes
can't-
off somewhere else?
It goes so far you can't see. I mean, the long beautifully carved hallway just goes to the edge of your light and you can't see any. I mean, and you have no idea how far it goes. But it's like a main thoroughfare for sure.
Okay.
Last
It
time
seems
I
like
went-
the way it. Sorry, go for it.
Okay, the last time I went down a rough area, things kind of went south. So I don't know. Maybe we should take the stairs.
Yeah. We got either take the stairs or take that nice path that's right there to our left. So.
I think the nice path, like, I mean, from the description, it sounds like it's something of importance, maybe. You know?
Well, I mean, they were pushing carts and stuff, so maybe this one was for non-tracked carts, so they could
Yeah,
wheel
yeah.
something up or down.
True.
You don't know.
Well, we
I'm
could,
I'm game for whatever. Stairs or the path.
I vote the pretty path.
whatever is more dangerous.
All of it. I love its dangerous.
Where there's danger, there's treasure.
Would you think the stairs up ahead? I mean, first off,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that for the fact we can see the bottom in a room down there. Maybe
And what you
check
see
that
down
out
there,
real quick first.
yeah, and what you see down there is you see tracks for mine carts.
Oh, okay.
You could like see the shiny reflecting the fire. You know the same as when you guys got into this system, this cavernous system. Like when you guys would hold your torches, the light bouncing off the rocks was kind of a dull reflection. But whenever the light would hit the train tracks, the minecart tracks, it's like a bright reflective, shiny. And you see the same thing on this. If you guys are looking at that stairwell and looking down, you can see there's definitely a landing and there's a room down there, and then you see the reflection of cart tracks.
Okay. Yeah, I'm game for whatever too. Guys want to just go down the one that's closest to us right here? You guys there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Yep, let's go.
All right. So Dorian's leading the way with his fire, and you guys slowly make your way. And this is just smooth. Like I would say, as you guys are walking, this is like a long hallway, very long. And I would say, as you were walking, Dorian kind of starts. He gets a proud smile on his face, and just
It's a mine.
yeah, he regales you all on like how just look at the craftsmanship. I mean, this is beautifully carved right into the stone. There's not like a faulty bend in the wall. I mean, the bracing pillars of the timber is perfect. He's just like extremely proud of this craftsmanship here that he sees as you walk. I mean, but it's a long ways, and you guys, the first thing you see, you come up, and on your right, there's a little cutout that isn't pretty. It's just like a jagged little cutout here, and from here you can't really see anything. Do you want to go into this little cutout, or do you want to continue on?
Does that cutout look like it was like somebody carving in? You know, or
I
is it
would say
like it was
Dorian.
a thought?
Dorian is like that's not dwarven work, whatever that is.
Interesting.
You could,
Yeah.
I would say, like, well, I don't want to play the game for you. Yeah, you can't. That doesn't look like dwarven. Like he sees this because he's just been marveling at how nice this hallway is, and this is like,
The fuck?
and he's like, yeah, he's like, what is this? Like this is it's very displeasing to Dorian.
I vote we skip it.
Yeah, I don't trust it.
We'll come back later and
Do you want
take our
to
chance.
do you want to skip it, Dorian, or does this like insult you in your dwarvish sensibilities?
I mean, you're a
Fix it.
day walker like the rest of us. You know, you don't hang out in mines all the time. You can't be that offended, right?
Yeah.
That's your new pride. You can't stand like
Yeah,
shoddy
poor
workmanship.
craftsmanship. Yeah.
Yeah.
New pride is OCD.
Yeah.
You must sit there and fix it with your trowel. And
Yeah. So wait, hold up, guys. I gotta fix this.
3 hours.
Yeah, that's my new pride, OCD.
This needs to be perpendicular perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're all fully healed. Why not? Come on, guys.
Wait,
Let's have a little
maybe I walked
adventure.
past it. Maybe I walked past it and was like, "Whoa, this is different. This something's up with this." You know, and
so you want to go
Yeah.
down there?
yeah, I
Okay.
think we should go
Okay,
there.
let's go down there. You lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
So Dorian, I would say like this just infuriates Dorian seeing this beautifully, perfectly carved hallway with this jagged, disgusting breach in the side of it. He's just not going to stand for it. So he wants to get to the bottom of like who the hell did this? And you walk down,
Kill him.
and there's an enormous dragon. No, I'm just kidding. It just comes to some disgustingly unprofessional, like aborted dead end. Everything about this is terrible. Like everything about this, as Dorian takes steps and steps in, you all can hear him getting more and more angry. They're like, "What the hell is the point of this? You would never like do an offshoot of a vein off the main thoroughfare like this. Like, who the hell would do this?" Like, he's very upset, I would say. Like, whether he wants to like acknowledge it or not, you can just tell. Like, this is not the way that you don't do this, and it just ends. There's nothing to show for it. There's not even any tools left over. It's just some god awful. Who the hell what were people thinking doing this? And I would say for Dorian, it raises more questions like, what the hell is going on down here? Why would anyone ever do this? No dwarf would ever just do an offshoot like this off the main column that you guys have been walking on. He's very. Go ahead.
Did it look like they were in a hurry or something like that? I mean, it was like
maybe they were in a hurry. Or maybe they were just completely incompetent people that had no business bringing a pickaxe to a mine and trying to tunnel. Like, either incompetent to the nth degree, or maybe it was dwarves doing something out of desperation, perhaps. But that still incenses you even to think of that, just for how disgustingly pathetic this little offshoot looks.
They really had to take a dump.
Can't do it on the
Find me
main.
a safe spot to put.
Can't do it on the main street.
weird. Did we see anything down there? I mean,
No, there's nothing to show for it.
Hubbies, nothing.
It's
Weird.
it's a good
All right.
30, 40 feet in, and then it just terminates
Very
in this
weird.
like
Were
it's just
were the marks of it like of a pickaxe, or was it like
from
of-
what? Yeah, it looked like
future.
tool. No, it looked like tooling.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely looked like tooling.
Weird. Very weird. All right. Well,
Continuing
Let's go
on.
back.
carry on.
Why don't you give us another torch? Whoever, someone give me a torch roll, please. This one's getting ready to go out.
Gee.
Okay, sparks up another, and continuing on. Looking good, looking fine.
Oh damn.
Okay. So now there's a T. Well, I mean, the path, again, continues on straight. I'll say it might be hard for you guys to see until you see the whole picture. So you get to this intersection here. There's off to your left, there's another path that continues at the same kind of level that you guys are at. And you can't really see how far, like what's in there. You can't really tell. But you have a path heading off to your left. The main perfect path, as I guess I'll call it, the perfect path continues straight ahead. As far as you can see, it just continues on. And now, right immediately next to where you can turn left, you look down and there's a hole in the ground, like a carved hole in the floor.
It's the bathroom. Oh, you've been down here. I had to go so bad.
We found the toilet.
Everybody take a turn here.
I was gonna say, who wants a scone?
Again with
Scone.
the stones.
Yeah, it's tea time. You know, you can't have tea time without a scone.
God. Stop it. Can we,
Drop.
I don't know if we want to light a torch and drop it down the hole, or
I
I
can
feel
do
like
that.
every
Well, I mean,
precipice and
you
hole
can,
we
like,
have to drop.
you can like look first before you drop something in.
Wow, yeah.
Does this hole look like the same one that we saw before? Like where it's perfectly cut into the...
No, this is going down. That one was in a
Oh,
wall. That one was in a wall like eye height, and it was going up into the surface to get air. This is a hole that's carved and it's going straight down. So you guys,
Does it look like a drain hole? Or
no.
something?
So
Can
I'd
we
say,
tell the purpose?
yeah, Dorian with his light gets down there and looks, squats down and looks, and it's a ladder going down.
What?
Ooh.
Let's go down the ladder.
Nice. Darian said, "Let's go. Let's do it."
Will the rest of us
She want to light
fit?
a torch?
You can all go one at a
Darian
time.
goes first.
You can all go one at a time.
Okay.
Let's do it. I like it.
There's my
Oh
torch.
no.
Okay, so give me the order of descent here. So Dorian's first, and then
Yeah, I'll go first.
like Garrick, Marcus, and Dira is the last one. So you have lights on both sides.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'll
Okay.
have to stash my bow and so I have my
Yeah.
hands free.
Yeah, no weapons for any of this. I mean, I'll let you like hold onto a torch and kind of shimmy your way down, but no weapons or anything. So yeah, you guys, of course you would. You see this ladder and you start descending straight down, straight down. It's a long ways. It's a,
Oh, damn.
but it's sturdy. The rungs are nice. It's not like it's decaying, and it's well built. But it just goes down for quite a ways. It goes down, and it goes down,
Down. I'm just like Dorian.
and it comes
you just
down,
finish my Richie?
and it comes down to a landing here. It continues down further, but there's a landing here, and it branches off. It branches off to the left and to the right, and to the left. So which way do you want to go? If you go just on the map here, so if you go to the north, there's just a small little room from what you can tell, and to the left, to the northwest, it's a doorway, it's an arch.
I say we go to the arch.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
there.
Yeah, agreed.
So you guys all go and continue on through, and now there's like a pathway through. So you guys stand here, and it's uncovered, and you can see it's off. It's kind of off to the. Now you're in the main huge shaft that you guys were walking down the stairwell at the very top. That was hundreds and hundreds of feet up and above you, but this mine hole continues way further down into the ground, and now you're down near the bottom of it. but you're not all the way at the bottom, but you're much deeper, much deeper down in this massive 75-foot wide across mine shaft. And this, what you're on now, is this little kind of a walkway that doesn't go straight through the center. It kind of goes around one of the sides, but it's a definite pathway that you guys can make. And then I'll say, so if you guys want to continue this way, you look, and if you look down, it goes down another good 100 feet at least down, and it's pitch black down there. You can't see the bottom.
Why do I have a feeling that the sword is at the bottom?
Or a big dragon slumbering.
Yeah.
So now you're paused right here in the main shaft of the main hallway here.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to... What do you guys do?
We want to throw a jar of grease down there, do we?
Why not? You know.
So there's 3 more jars because
Yeah.
Marcus chucked his. So there's 3 more jars.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you guys want to do that, then who wants to throw theirs?
Sure. I'll throw mine.
Okay. So Garrett gets his big ass grease jar out and just...
What about the possibility of like dropping it on a dragon or something like we were saying?
Everything's
Is that
possible.
a bad
We
idea?
are going to be fried.
Well,
Everything-
from this high up, I mean, you drop a penny from like the
That's
Empire
right.
State Building, and it'll kill someone.
That's
So-
right.
Yeah.
Terminal velocity, 32 feet per second.
1d6 up here, 100 feet down, it's 20d6.
All right. So Garrett gets out his grease jar and just like hangs it over the side and lets it go.
After I light it with the torch.
Oh, you light it with the torch? Okay, so he lights,
Yeah.
he uncaps it, sets it ablaze as a little glowing thing, and drops it. Splashes in water. Goes out. 100 feet down. Splashes, and the whole bottom of this, at least at some point down here, much deeper than where you guys at, this whole huge 75-foot thing is like, there's water at the bottom.
Somebody give
And
me
it-
another one.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So I'm gonna dig out or find a big rock. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna jump off the edge, and I'm gonna throw the rock below me so that it breaks the water tension and I can make it in safe.
You could already do that.
Okay.
Cliff divers dive from higher than 100 feet. I mean, if you went feet first and gave me a move roll, I could just let you go feet first if you wanted.
Why would you want to do that?
Because it's a game.
It's a game.
It's not real life.
That's the best response ever.
You go for it, Marcus. You
Well-
go for it.
What are you guys got to give me a torch.
So what I'll say is like, what? So as you're standing on this little kind of path ledge thing that's going, it continues on to the other side of the.
Yeah. Let's continue on.
It continues on, and you can see, you can see something on the other side of this that it go if you wanted to continue on straight.
For
It's
how
not.
much you wanna go swimming.
It's not like this is like a dead end.
You guys see that commercial where it's like a spoof on the, I can't remember what it's for, but it's like a spoof on the serial killer movies. There's like a
Oh yeah. Let's hide behind
there's like
those.
let's hide behind all the blade, all the
All the
saws
chainsaws.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, why don't we get in the running car?
No, idiot. That's awesome.
Why don't we just simply walk across?
Boring.
I
Well,
know,
it's
it's
Jump
true, it's
down
true.
the ominous shaft and to our demise. No.
It's true.
Oh,
Dude, Marcus, if you want to jump down there, I'm not going to stop you. You go for it.
On my way down, I'll cast Cold Snap.
Ooh.
So you'll turn the water into ice, so then you will die.
And break your legs.
Then
Yeah, exactly.
You will die on
Shatter
it.
your-
It sounded like such a good idea when I thought of it at first, but this
I-
was terrible.
cast fluffy marshmallows. No, just
Don't jump down. Yeah, I know.
don't do it.
Do we want to continue into this other side of this pathway here?
Yes.
Or we could take the ladder to go further down too.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Oh yeah, we could. But I mean, it seems like there's something on the other side. It'd be
Do we want to split up?
worth exploring. No, you never split the party. I vote we continue on.
yeah,
Just go
yeah,
straight.
I agree with that.
Okay. So yeah, you toss it, and there's huge amount of water down there. It was like not a splash in a puddle. It was enormous. Ka-choosh is deep. So you guys continue on into this, and you come into this room here with this insanely large. It's a screw, enormous. It's
wow.
it's
Oh, wow.
30 feet wide. This screw, and you can see.
Shit.
And you can see there's a mechanism. What you guys were kind of crossing through was like this. It's a driver. If you can see on the picture, it's a kind of an Archimedes screw, and there's something somewhere that makes this thing spin. But it's stationary. It's stationary now. But there's this screw, and it's pointed down like deep. It's going up. And it's also going down. Its orientation is almost up and down. It's got a little bit of an angle to it, but it's going down.
Screw. That's a straw.
Mm.
You get to the
That
top
ain't
and
no
suck all the water out of here. Start drinking
Nice.
on it.
All right. Is there anything else in this room? I mean, does it?
You can.
We
Well,
don't see any light.
there's no light, but you can see. So, if you go this way, there's a path that continues off to your left. It's just a bending path. You can't really see anything. And then where you came from. And where you came from a ladder that had a little room off to the other side.
Do you think the mechanism might be on the other side?
Maybe. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where or what drives this thing if we can get it started. I
Yeah,
don't know if
that's
that's
what I'm
advised, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, we just
I
need
think
a
we should get it
giant
started.
hamster.
Yeah. It's got to be a giant hamster somewhere. I vote we go back the way
Yeah,
we came and try to go on the other side.
Go see what's on the other side of the ladder.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys see this incredible bit of architecture here, this tooling boring into the earth. So you guys cross back through the main mine shaft, back to where the ladder is. Again, you look down, and you continue on into this small little room, and it's just a room with an enormous switch.
No.
I run over and start it. Flip it, whatever.
Okay, Dira runs up and grabs it.
Gotta touch
It takes two hands. Dira grabs this thing and throws the switch, and immediately you hear the sound of metal on metal, and you hear, and I'd say you all run back out here, and you run up to the spot here, and you look, and you can tell that this Archimedes screw is turning, and it's powered by steam. It's somewhere.
Wow.
There's like a steam vent that you opened up. Some geothermal steam vent somewhere that opening this is what allows the steam to turn this mover. And so this whole screw is starting to spin.
Oh, damn.
And
Hell yeah.
it's spinning, and it's loud. It's like the sound of metal on metal. It's very loud.
That pathway that we walked on is spinning right now.
Yes.
We can make it across it.
No.
There's still a path over there. We can do it.
Why do we need to make it across it?
Because
I mean,
there's still a path over there.
That's true.
So I'll say, okay,
or
so
we can go further down the ladder.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ladder.
Well, the ladder goes down, the path goes left. Like this, it's not in the same directions.
Yeah.
Or you guys, we could close the vent or try to and see see
So
what that where
three
that
of us
path
get over
leads.
there, and then
But
one
you
of
know
us can
now.
then
Yeah.
go ahead.
No. Go for it.
Oh no, I was saying three of us go over by the path that we want to take. One of us goes back, hits the switch, and then tries to run across the.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now that you know what it does, you can turn it on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
What-
we should go back up and see what it's operating now.
Yeah.
I mean, is it? I
Well,
mean,
maybe
it,
It's going into the
it goes
ground.
up, right?
Say that again.
that
Dorian?
screw thing goes up.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying, Joe?
it's
Yeah,
oriented.
yeah.
It's oriented up and down, and now, I
It
mean,
seems
you're
like it
too
should
far.
be operating something above us now. Maybe.
Well, you can't really see it from here because it's on the other side. I mean, the spindle that's driving it is definitely turning. So, from what you saw over there, this spindle on your side is spinning, and that's encountering a gear over here, and that's making that spin too. So that
So
How
I mean,
fast is this spinning?
hmm
How fast is the screw spinning?
enough for a
Like-
move roll if you want to try to move across it when it's spinning.
is that your concern for why it's moving, or just curious as
I'm saying you
how
can't
fast
just
that big shaft is
you
moving?
can
Is it like,
you could walk across it when everything was not moving, but now that everything's rotating, if you want to try to get across it while it's moving, it'll be a move roll for sure. Or you can just go turn it off and walk. Some of you go across it, turn it. You know what I mean? Like you can.
someone takes a chance?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have. No.
And it's loud. Are any of you? Yeah. Okay, so tell me what you do.
Oh, I just start running across it.
So it's like what is that dumbass show, the exercise show on TV now? These guys go on these obstacle
Wipe
courses.
Out, American Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah.
all those.
American. Oh, yeah. So you go American Ninja Warrior across this. It's like American Gladiators and stuff. Like this is a rotating shaft, and Marcus, of course, like he nimbly, runs across and he jumps. He makes it. So now Marcus is across, and he sees, he sees this thing spinning, and and also he kind of he powered through a curtain of steam, but no harm. But that's definitely what's driving this thing is some sort of geothermal vent powering this thing to spin. And it's now that he's over here, it's extremely loud. Like it's like not just the sound of let me look at your character real quick. We're almost done here. You don't have any. Give me a okay, yeah, good call. Torch. And now give me an insight roll. Or I mean, sorry, a crafting roll. No substituting.
Oh yeah.
Very good. You can
Nice,
tell
they're just in our favor.
you can tell that this thing is working, but it doesn't sound right. Like it's loud, like metal on metal. Like it's running, and I'll say now that enough time has passed. It's been let's say like 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes since the switch was flipped, and you made your way across. What you see now is water being. It's a screw that spins in place, but the gearing, it's I don't know if you guys know what an Archimedes screw is. It's actually it rotates but doesn't move, and anything in it gets drawn up. So what this thing is, you can tell now, it's going down deep into presumably the bottom of the mine. You don't actually know, but it's going much deeper down into the ground, and as this thing spins, it's like drawing the water out. And so the water is coming up these screws here and continuing up above you, up higher into the ground. You don't know if it's going all the way to the surface or what, but the action of this mechanism seems to be to draw the water up from under the mine.
I go over and start yelling at him. I was like, "Turn it off!"
Well,
No.
maybe it's drawing the water out to empty out whatever caverns below that presumably the sword's hidden in.
If we don't turn this off now, it's gonna break.
It's gonna break. Oh, for the fact it sounds like it's not working right.
Yeah. I think we need to grease this thing up.
Well, we got a
Ooh.
lot of grease.
Yeah, maybe grease that the pinion gear to.
Yeah.
Can we pinpoint exactly where
Yeah.
we think it
It's
sounds
that.
like it's not
It's
working
that.
so well?
Yeah. It's that mating surface. It's all
Okay.
just dirty and disgusting and dry.
So now we have 2 jars left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe yeah.
I've
We get
got
the 2
one.
jars. And,
So we'll fast forward here.
It's a
So I'll
vein
just say, yeah,
before.
you guys figure out this little bit of the puzzle. Marcus gets you, so Deer goes and kills it real quick, and then you guys are able to cross this little spindle thing, and I would say with it just takes one of the jars. You guys slather this gearing up and re-lubricate this tool, and now just tell me, where do you guys want to be when you turn it back on? Do you guys all want to be in the control box room, or some of you want to be like, just where do you want to be when you turn it back on?
I'm gonna stay over by where I am, and I still want to check out this path.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe all of us except for one.
So, because I'll say we'll end it here when we turn this back on. I just want to know
Okay.
the state of the party. So
I'll
who's
go
who's
in and
the
turn
best?
it back on.
Who has the best move?
okay? So Dira's going to be in the control room. Marcus is
Well,
going to be across the way in the actual screw room, the pumping room. What about the other two?
I have a move of 1, so maybe I should be over there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything in move.
Yeah, and you also have. Who has the highest agility as well?
I have a 4 for agility, and so does
Okay.
Okay,
Dira.
then
Yeah, you'll
I think
probably
it would be
do
best
that.
if I was over there and turned it on. Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Do you think, like, as a dwarf, do you think I have some kind of sense of what this thing does, or how to make it work, or right, or?
Well, I
Like,
mean, it sounds you guys did kind of figure it out. I mean, yeah, it's because the first thing you did is you actually dropped a thing and you saw that the bottom of this thing is completely covered in a ton of water with that splash test, and then you turn it on and it starts drawing up water from below and continuing to raise it up out of the way, up to the surface or somewhere else. It's displacing all the water that's building up. And then you guys could tell that it sounded like it was running like hell. So you greased it and lubricated it, and now it's damn near silent. For how big this thing is and how much work it's doing, now that it's properly maintained, this thing is spinning almost silently. The only thing you hear
Nice.
is like the rhythmic pulsing of like these vents kind of venting to like push it, to move it. But the actual mechanism itself is damn near silent. It's actually a marvel. Marcus was over here before having to scream and shout because it was so loud. Now you guys could stand right next to it and have a conversation at normal voice. I mean, it's
Nice.
quite marvelous.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I'll stay over there by the switch, and everybody else can be on the other side when I flip it.
So we'll have
Yeah.
the three of you over in the pumping room, and Garrick is at the switch.
Uh-huh.
Sound good? Okay, so give me a torch roll then, Garrick, if you're going to be on your own.
All right.
Okay.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we're lit up here, and then Garrick flicks the switch to turn it back on, and the three of you over there, yeah, it hums back on, psh, psh, the pulsing of the steam to push it, and it's operating, and it's displacing a lot of water.
Sweet. And then I'll try to go over there and join with them.
Okay.
Right? So I'll do a move roll. Be gentle. Oh crap!
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have to
This
push
is
it.
this is
where
what
Garrett dies.
this is what I live for.
Stop it! Stop it! Hopefully make it.
Come on.
Yes.
Oh my god. So
But still, to agility.
Forbidden Lands Ninja Warrior Garrick, he does scramble across it, but he slips and he kind of biffs it and tumbles when he makes it across. So he like kind of, whatever, twists his ankle, or he's like out of breath. He's like really out of, it was like it really exerting getting across that thing. And so Garrick needs to take a breather, but he makes it across. So all 4 of you are in the pumping room, and
Do
it's
I not have secretly greased that walk path?
No.
that's so good.
Marcus, you son of.
So all right, so we'll say it's 1 in the afternoon. So this has all been like about an hour of you discovering this and running it, and so now we'll call it here. This is a good spot to stop in. You guys are getting much deeper in, skipping
Oh my gosh.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
skipping some stuff, but maybe you can come back to it later. That's good. This is
Are
more.
you skipping some treasure? No.
We'll find out.
Find
Maybe. All right, you guys, that was good. Good
Yeah,
job.
that's
Yeah,
fun.
it's extremely cool.
Exploring.
Very good. Yeah, you guys are doing really good on
Yeah.
this. Okay. And yes, the experience leveling up. Okay, here we go. Everyone ready to do the XP? Did you participate?
Ready.
Yes. So you all get 1. Did you travel through at least 1 hex on the map that you had not visited? No. Did you discover a new adventure site? No. Did you defeat 1 or more monsters? Yes, Marcus, you did.
They're kin.
Oh yeah, that's right. They're not kin. That's all right. They're kin. They're not monsters. So no.
They were acting monstrous.
That's right.
Alright.
Did you find a treasure worth 1 gold or more? Yes. Because 11 silver is yes.
Oh yeah.
Is that just Marcus or is that us?
Just Marcus.
No, I'll say all of you get it, but he gets the actual value of the 11 silver.
Alright.
So, because you guys were all in the room, but he's the one who technically found it, I guess. But, so you all get an XP for that. Stronghold, no. Now, Pride is for Dorian, yes, because Dorian activated and lost his pride, which is cool. It's a good little roleplay moment. So you'll have to, I'll look up this details on that, but you get a point for that. Dark Secret, no. Did you risk your life for another PC? Dorian definitely did not.
Sadly, no.
Did you perform an
Did you say Marcus did for us?
Huh?
Did you
Extraordinary
say
action?
Marcus did? No, or like risked his life.
Yeah, did you perform an did you risk your life for another PC? I mean, not really. He was just doing a combat.
Protecting myself.
Yeah. Did you perform an extraordinary action? No. I mean, he's a wizard doing wizarding things. That's just what he does. So whatever that is. So then most of you get 2, and then Dorian gets 3 for today.
Nice.
Good
Okay.
job.
Nice.
Good job,
Cool.
you guys.
Cool.
Very good. Find out the mysteries of Stoneloom. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you met a little lady friend who's wants to play.
Yeah, mystery. What the-
That's black slime, a black
Mhm.
tendril.
Mm-hmm. Very
Let's see.
cool.
Very fun.
Good times, you guys.
Yeah,
Very good.
well-
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This is good times. I'm glad we got to play.
Yeah. Always fun.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah. All right.
That's awesome.
All right. We'll see you guys all next
right.
time.
Yep.
Yeah,
have
okay.
a good night.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Hey, see you guys.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.